Ho, ho. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Traedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. I do apologize for not being in yesterday, guys. We were trying to get on the road. We did have some icy weathers yesterday, and also our son was sick, so we had to go back and pick him up from daycare because he was throwing up. So they put him on the pretty much a 2-day restriction, so he can't go back to daycare until next week. Other than that, we good to go, guys. We already know today is Friday the 13th. Bad luck number, Jesus. And guys, like I said, we're gonna keep everything on watch to see on how the market is going to end for us today. And we'll be here half a day, so we'll be rolling out at 12 o'clock. You already know how that goes down. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Lowboy, TT Life, Jenna, Thunder. I see you guys in the building, man. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and jump into the conference room, and let's go over our recaps of economics, and then we'll go from there and keep the ball rocking and rolling. As far as today, though, we shouldn't have any three-star economics right now, so we're not going to go over economics, but just the earnings, which we don't have any earnings today as well, because with today being Friday, we did check the list. There's nothing on earnings for today. So really the main thing that we're going to go over is SPY, and we're going to jump into our charts. So without further ado, guys, let's hop into our go into the conference room, go over everything, and get ready to rock and roll to see what the market has to offer. So let's get ready to rock and roll in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, guys, we're here. Janora, what's up, boss? I see you. Good morning to you, man. Hope you're having a blessed Friday, man, even though it's Friday the 13th. But other than that, guys, let's go over our recaps, guys, for today. For SPY, from yesterday, we did have a opening of 606.58. We had a high of 607.16. We had a low of 604.33. We had a close of 604.33, same price. And also the volume of 31.2 million. And overall, guys, as far as the close for this week, and I'm going to go over that too as well. I'm going to start doing that. Majority is in the red, so pretty much bearish. So we pretty much had bearish close this week. As you can see right in these charts, guys, we have majority of red closes versus green closes. So we do have a lot of bearishness versus bullishness as of now. So while we are looking at these highs, we want to see can those buys push back up towards that 607.16, or will we come back down low to those areas of 604? So we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled to see where we go from there. As far as earnings, like I said, guys, we don't have anything on the earnings. Earnings is clear, good to go. And as far as economics, we do not have any 3 stars today. But we'll be going back. We'll go over the economics later on to see if we have anything like just some 10 o'clock news or anything of that nature, but nothing major. But that's all we really have for right now. So let's go ahead and just jump into our charts and go over everything, see what the market has to offer, then we'll go from there in a matter of 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, guys, we're here, man. Thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna definitely keep this on watch, see where we go from here. Like I said, right now we are starting to see a lot of fading right now. We did hit around. That was Thursday? Not Thursday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Wednesday we hit around the 608 to 608.50 level. Then we started to fade from that point. We did run back up in Friday around that 607.19 level, but we got rejected. Came right back on down. Tried to retest that level again. Started to pull right back down again. So right now we are in some of that channel, that 605.50 level, between 605 to 607 level. So that is the channel that we are in as of now. Let me go ahead and fix this up a little bit. Let me I'm gonna put this as our let's put this at a little midpoint area for right now. So let me just go ahead and get that set up real quick. I was trying to finish everything today, but right now, as of now, we are in this little channel from this 607.19 level. With possible room to fall back down towards that 605.50 level. So I'm definitely gonna just keep this on watch, and we are still in this uptrend channel, but we're still seeing a lot of weakness. Again, we still don't have enough strength, bullish strength, to get us back up towards that 608. But we're gonna keep it on watch to see if we're gonna see any particular bounces back on up towards the upside. And if we do get a bounce back up towards the upside, can we re-break that 606.50 back up towards that 607.19? This bullish, bearish area that we cannot break above. As you can see right across the board, 607.19 is a strong resistant area that we cannot break at this moment, which is causing a nice little pullback and for more sellers to step in. So right now it does look bearish at this moment. So if we could crack that 605.50 level, we could definitely run back on down towards that 605 level itself, but we will be cracking that trend line. Right now, I was taking a look at Nvidia to see if we could hold this trend line for that pushback on up towards 140. So I'm going to still just keep this on watch to see if those buyers will step back in on Nvidia and try to hold up this trend line for that pushback on up towards 140, because we are in somewhat of an ascending triangle pattern on that. So I'm going to definitely keep that on watch. As far as Tesla, we're in the downtrend setup. As far as Meta, we are in a downtrend setup. We definitely want to see that re-break back above that 630 level. Let me see. Amazon, guys, we're still in a downtrend setup. So we're getting a lot of weakness still in the market at this moment. It's also Microsoft. We're in a downtrend setup as well. Let me see. Because I'm still trying to rush, and I do apologize for that because I've been kind of like I said, as far as Google, guys, we tested around that 198 level and pulled right back down towards that 191, 190 level. Let's see, can we hold this trend line for that possible movement back up towards the upside towards 195. So right now I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on that. I was watching SMCI. Still on a downtrend pattern, so I'm definitely keep my eyes peeled on that too. Because right now, what I'm looking for pretty much is some downtrend breakouts. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled to see can we get some downtrend breakouts, especially for SQQQQ, where we can move back up towards the upside, get that little downtrend break. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on some possible downtrend breakouts. The only one that I see that could possibly go on a downtrend breakout will be Nvidia. So where's Nvidia right here that I do have set up on my downtrend channel? Let me see if I have it set up. Yeah, so I definitely want to keep my eyes peeled to see can we get a downtrend breakout on Nvidia back up towards that 140 level, 142 up to 145. So I just want to see if those buyers will try to step back in and give us that push back up towards the upside. That'll give us that downtrend breakout. So I'm gonna just keep my eyes peeled on that though to see where we go. But right now, Bell is wrong, guys. Bell is wrong. So right now, as far as SPY, guys, we're still pulling back down. We're back underneath that 606.50 level, pulling back down towards the possible 605 level. So I'm definitely keep my eyes peeled on that. So we see where the main resistance is located. That'll be around the 607.19-ish level that we did get rejected for the second time on the second day. We did try to run back up to it yesterday, got rejected, came back on down. Doing pre-market, we got rejected, came right back on down. Google is below that 191 level, so that's starting to show a little bit of weakness. But right now, the market is definitely looking a little weak. Amazon was still trying to get that break up, basically out of this downtrend setup. So the main thing that we want to see is 2029.50 up to back up towards that 230 level to see can we get that successful downtrend breakout, basically back up towards the upside. But we will need to get back above that 230 level, hold that level for possible movement back on up, where we can reverse from a downtrend to an uptrend. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on that. Nvidia, I definitely want to see can we hold this ascending triangle pattern to see can we move our way back on up. So the main areas there for sure we need to hold. Long as we stay above that 138 level, start to keep ourselves in that 139 level. So right now, right now, while we're in that 139 level, we want to see a movement back on up to 139.50 for that possible push back up to 140, where we can clear that 140 and put us back up towards the upside. Because I do think that, like I said, if we can hold this trend line, that buyers can transition and continuously push back up towards the upside. And as you can see right now, Nvidia is pushing its way back on up. So again, what we want to see is 139.50 back on up towards that 140 range. So I definitely want to keep my eyes peeled to see if those buys that we have in the buying strip to hold that key level back on up towards 140. Right now, we're still pulling back on SPY. SPY is still getting that pullback now underneath that 606.50. And we do want to see more upside or that transition. We definitely want to get back above that 606.50 level, basically on up towards 607.19 level. So right now, we're still getting a little pullbacks, still showing a little bit of weakness right now in the market. So definitely keep your eyes peeled to see if these buys are going to step in and start to push back up towards the upside. But as of now, we're still showing signs of weakness. We're still showing signs of more bearishness than bullishness. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that, because you are back underneath that 605.50 level, down on towards 606 itself. And we do crack 606, do have room to fall back down towards 605.50. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Where we are starting to curl, we are starting to bend. That 90 MA is starting to show a little bit of weakness as far as the value, because we can that 90 MA cannot clear that 607 value. So showing that the 90 MA cannot be show basically more value than 607, because you can see as it ran up to 607, that blue line, the 90 MA, starting to bend right underneath that 607. So basically stating that it still has not shown value above 607 itself. So that's why it's starting to bend and starting to curl its way back on down. So right now, they're showing weakness within itself. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Nvidia, I just want to see if these buys can try to hold this key level, start to push back on up. But again, if we do lose that, we will fall back down towards that 138.50, down to 138 itself. But the main thing is to hold this floor, hold this uptrend for that possible push back on up to 139.50 to possibly 140. Because I mean, again, the way that Nvidia is setting up, I mean, it does have the room to push back up towards the upside. But I want to see if those buyers, we have enough buying strength to push us back up towards the upside. Because I mean, Nvidia could possibly give us a downtrend breakout, but again, we want to see that confirmation. We want to see those buyers step back in and start to push back up towards the upside towards 140. So definitely want to see, can we get that potential possible downtrend breakout. But other than that, if we can't get back up, we'll just keep basically fading back on down towards the downside. And therefore, you can see that right now that we're pulling back down towards 138.50, from 138.50 back down towards 138. So we still don't have enough buying strength right now to hold us still at this moment. So, I mean, I was anticipating that we're going to try to hold and go back up. But right now, we're still showing weakness, that we are cracking that uptrend, pulling right back on down. As far as SPY, guys, keep your eyes peeled on that 606.50 level to see if those buys can reclaim that 606.50 to push back on up towards that 607 level. If we cannot get back above 606.50, that's going to turn into resistance, where we will start to see some type of lower high build and continue on downtrend on down. So keep your eyes peeled around that 606.50 level for right now. If we get back above 606.50 and hold that level, we do have room to push back up towards that 606.19 level, where that area that we cannot break out. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Jenna, do you think we are making a cup and handle on the 15-minute time frame on SPY? I mean, it does. I mean, I agree with you. It does look like a cup and handle pattern. We could be possibly making it. Like I said, definitely want to keep our eyes peeled on the 606.50 level, Jenna. And we can hold that floor and that open. We can transition these two back from resistance into support, when we can move our way back on up towards that 607.19 level, because that's going to be the area we need to break out. Because you can see right here, like I said, yesterday we ran up towards that 607.19 level, got rejected. Today, pre-market, ran up towards that 607.19 level, got rejected. So that's going to be the area that we need to break out, definitely. We could, again, if those buys can hold, I mean, we could definitely see a U-shape, almost like a W-like pattern, where we get something like this. Let me go back to it real quick. Right here, that 607.19 level, we get that U-shape here, and get another U-shape, but a higher, kind of build like a higher low trend. And we could get back above that 606.50. We have room to push back up and retest that 607.19 level. We could possibly get that squeeze from that 607.19 level up to 607.50, up to 608. Where we can start to reverse the play back on up towards the upside. So we're going to definitely keep our eyes peeled to see, can we get back above that 606.50, possibly basically back on up towards 607.19. So definitely want to keep our eyes peeled on that to see, can those buyers reclaim 606.50. Right now, look like buyers are stepping in on Nvidia to try to hold that trend line, get back above that 138.50, back on up to 139. Because I mean, I think that, like I said, that we do have a possible ascending triangle pattern for Nvidia. So I just definitely want to see if these buyers can step back in and give us that run back on up towards that 140, because you are getting into a tighter wedge where we can see a possible downtrend breakout on Nvidia. I mean, right here, guys. Let me go to it real quick. Let me maximize it real quick. Let me go over. Come on. Basically right here on Nvidia, where we could get this possible downtrend breakout right above that 140 level to reverse that play back on up towards the upside, where you go from red to green. So I mean, we do have a possible setup for Nvidia to go on that possible downtrend breakout. If those buyers can step in, get us above that 140 level, push up towards 142, 142.50, which we know is strong resistance, break above that level back up towards 145, where we can reverse that play from a red to green move. So that's why I want to keep my eyes peeled to see if these buyers can step back in and get us back above that 140 level, when we can reverse, do a downtrend breakout, and actually go from a downtrend to an uptrend channel. So I definitely want to keep my eyes peeled on that, because Nvidia can, I mean, we definitely got room to do that. Meta, guys, is above 630 meta. So I mean, look how Nvidia is setting up. I mean, for a possible downtrend breakout, and then we can also see it from a uptrend standpoint. I got it set up for both. So let's go to it, where we can bounce off that green trend line and reverse the play back on up towards the upside. So I mean, we have a possibility to do it, but these buyers got to convince us that they can hold these key levels. That'll be 138.50 back up to 139, 139.50 back up to 140. So we can, like I said, buyers can step in. We can definitely see a downtrend breakout on Nvidia. Matthew, bonjour, boss. I see you in the building. Good morning. Right now, as far as Apple, we got to get that 250 push on up towards. If we can get that 250 push, we can get on top of this trend line and get and continuously push from 250 on up to possibly 255. So we definitely want to see that re-break of 250 for Apple. As far as Amazon, we need that 230 break. And as far as Meta right now, we got to get back above 230. 630 itself up to 635 to get that re-push back up to 640. I mean, they're all setting up, I mean, like I said, for a possible bounce back on up towards the upside. Microsoft, what we got, boss? I'm still keeping my eyes peeled on Nvidia, because I want to see if Nvidia can get that possible transition from that downtrend to that uptrend when you have room to move back on up towards the upside. So, I mean, right now, I mean, still showing weakness, so still no go on Nvidia. But, I mean, I was rooting for Nvidia to see can we get that move on up. Apple's still pushing. Like I said, that break of 250, you got room to push on up towards that 255, because that'll get you, that'll break you above that trend line here, turning that from resistance to support, where we can utilize that yellow trend line to push up towards this red trend line. So, that 250 break, we have room to run up to 255. I mean, definitely got room to run up to 255 on Apple, because Apple's still pushing. As far as Amazon, I mean, Amazon is still holding. Get that re-break of 230. You got room to push up towards 235. So Apple and Amazon are still looking good for a possible pushback on up towards the upside. I just wanted to see if Nvidia can get this little downtrend breakout, because I mean, you got room to push back on up. So I was definitely still keep my eyes peeled on that. As far as Microsoft just hold that 450 level. We have room to possibly push back on up towards 455. But the ones that I see that can give us that can definitely go back up towards the upside is Amazon and Apple, for sure. As far as Nvidia, I want to see can we get that downtrend breakout, get us back above that 140 mark, because that's gonna be the main area I'm looking at is 140, because that'll break us above out of this downtrend where we can reverse that play from a downtrend setup to an uptrend setup. So I mean, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on that. Right now, guys, we have SPY getting right back above that 606.50 level, as we talked about. Above the open and the 606.50 level. If they can hold that level, you have room to possibly run back on up towards 607 up to 607.19. So we know 607.19 is that breakout area that we need to break out to push back on up towards 607.50 up to 608. So right now, I mean, we're still trying to hold. So let's see if those buyers can step in. It's up to the buyers to convince us that they can move on up towards the upside. So it's up to those buyers. So right now, 606.50 is holding. 606.50 is opening right now, boss. Cream, what we have? Have you done NVGO? I'm up. No. Thank you for bringing it up to my attention, boss. I'm gonna definitely take a look at it. Thank you so much for bringing it up, Cream. Appreciate you, boss. So like I said, right now, Jenna, look at SPY. SPY's holding right back above the open, holding right back above that 605.50 level, with possible room to run back on up towards that 607 to 607.19, because we know what resistance is 607.19. It's going to be somewhat of your pivot point and somewhat of your magnet, because every time you leave from it, you return to it. So we know that 607.19 is going to play some type of a major pivot point and somewhat of a magnet when you leave from it and return to it. So just keep your eyes peeled. As long as we can hold that 606.50 level, you have room to push up, back up towards that 607 up to 607.19. So just keep that on watch. Right now, guys, Meta, we are breaking out of that downtrend setup. We are trying to break back above 630 itself. If we get back above 630, you have room to possibly run on up towards 635. So for my Meta traders, guys, 630 is the area that we do want to hold above. You have broken above that downtrend setup. 630 is the level that we want to hold for that possible push on up towards 635 for my Meta traders. So keep that on watch. Nvidia is right now is out the question. You crack that trend line, so I'm not even worried about that right now. I'm not even worried. Right now, Amazon guys has broken out of this downtrend for that possible push on up from that on up towards 230. I'm sorry, 230. Tesla queen. Let's see where we at on Tesla. Right now, Tesla's in a downtrend. We want to see that downtrend breakout. So in other words, right now we want to get it back above 420. You want to get back into the 420 ranges. So right now you're in the 420, you're in the 4 18 area. So right now you fell right back in this channel, Jenna. You can see that clearly right here. We fell right back into our old channel, 415, 417.50 up to 420. You can see right now we fell right back into that channel. So if we want to see more upside, we got to reclaim 420 to turn that back into support. Bounce off that 420 and start to reverse that play back on up towards that 425 level. So 420, we got to definitely get back above 420, which we do see buys. We do see that buying pressure stepping in at 420, trying to push it back up towards the upside. So as long as 420 can hold, Jenna, you do have room to push back up on towards that 425 level. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. So right now 420 is definitely holding as far as that floor, but a possible push back on up towards 425. So that definitely got room to still push. Guys, Amazon, we are pushing back up towards that 230 range, guys. 230 on Amazon. 230 on Amazon. Look right here. Broken out of that downtrend setup. There you go. Successful downtrend push, guys. Downtrend breakout. Microsoft is definitely gearing itself for a downtrend breakout as well. Keep your eyes peeled on that. So we see Microsoft setting up for a downtrend breakout. Amazon downtrend breakout, successfully trying to push its way back up towards 230. So that's looking good. As far as Tesla, as long as you hold that 420 level, you have possible room to push up back up towards 425. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So right now, we definitely get some successful downtrend breakouts. Amazon, Meta's gearing up for it. Tesla has the ability to do it. As long as we hold that 420 level, we push up to 420, up to 422, up to that 425 level. So let's see what area right here that we got rejected up at. That was around, what was that open at on this red candle? That was around, if we round it off, that was around that 423.70 level. So we're gonna put 423.70 for as far as our alert. 423.70. Guys, Amazon, 230 break, 230 break on Amazon. Shout out to my Amazon traders. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna set an alert on Tesla for 423.70. That was the area that we got rejected at in pre-market. We need to break that key area for that possible movement on up towards that 425 level. So we're gonna definitely have to break that 423.70 level to get us out of this downtrend setup to possibly push up to 425. So I'm gonna set up 2 alerts on that bad boy as well. 425 on Google. I mean on Tesla. I'm sorry. So 425. Let me set that up. 425. Let me set that bad boy up. So right now, guys, Amazon is looking good. Amazon is looking good. Like I said, as far as SPY, we definitely got to break back above that 607.19 level. 607.19. All right, I got 2 alerts set. As far as Google, let me pull it up real quick, boss. I got you on that. All right, let me pull up Google real quick. Let me take a look at that bad boy. See how we rocking and rolling on that one. Keep my eyes peeled on that. Google. All right. I forgot to fix all that up too. I apologize for that. All right. Let's see what we looking like. All right. What, big boy? I'm live, man. I'm live. Come on, hold on. You get it, babe. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. Yeah, so right now with Google, we're breaking out of our downtrend on that one as well. Out of this downtrend, let me get rid of all these other lines. I do apologize. Here we go, guys. For SPY, guys, we're back into the 607 level. 607 level. Get rid of all these other lines. Do apologize about that. Why are you whispering? I can hear you. All right, guys. Here we go. Right now, let me see. Here we go, guys. For that 607.19. Can we get that 607.19 break? Can we get that 607.19 break? Here we go, guys. Still pushing on up. 607, 607.19. Can we get that push? Can we get that breakout and that hold above? Can we get that close above that 607.19 level? Right now, we're trying to test right here again. Got to get that breakout above that 607.19 level. Testing this level once again. Got to get that breakout. We already know for Amazon, we got to get back above 230. 230, guys. 230. For as Tesla, guys, we got to get that 423.70 break. 423.70 break up to towards that 424 level. So right now, it's trying to set itself up for a possible downtrend break. Google, like I said, we just got to get back above. What level is this? Let's see. What do we have to get back above? That'll be around that 193.25 level. So right now, we're trying to get that downtrend breakout. Just trying to see where we at exactly, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I got this mapped out perfectly. All right, let's see what this what was this open at on this candle? This candle here, that was 193.15, 193.15 level. These bottoms here. Just keeping this on watch, guys. Trying to put this together real quick. Just trying, like I said, we just have to hold that 190, 192 level for that push on up to 192.50 up to 193 for Google. So I'm trying to watch everything real quick, guys. So I'm trying to watch SPY. SPY, we just got to get that 607.19 push, that breakout for that possible push up to 607.50 level. So keep that on watch. We almost, let's see, can those buys give us that push? Can those buys give us that push and that break above that 607.19 level? Keep your eyes peeled on that. So keep your eyes peeled. So let's see where we're going from here. Here we go, guys. Tesla, guys. Tesla. Here we go for Tesla pushing. We pushed towards that 423.70 level. We didn't break it, but we touched it. We tested it. We got to get back above that key level. Let me set up a little line, the area that we need to hold above real quick. Let me set up a duplicate copy on that level that we need to hold. Guys. That'll be that 423.70 level. 423.70 on Tesla. So we gotta hold above that key level to get movement on up towards the upside. Right about here, guys. So yeah, that 423.70 level, definitely gotta hold above that key level. But that possible push back on up towards 424 up to 425. That'll get us out of this downtrend setup. Right now, we're still getting rejected on SPY underneath that 607.19 level. Still getting rejected underneath that 607.19 level. That's still holding up as resistance. Amazon 230 still holding up as resistance. Microsoft was trying to get that breakout. Let's see. So a lot of them is trying to get these downtrend breakouts, but it's like they're not holding at this moment. They're not holding. Let's just go ahead and just say we're gonna just put we're gonna just say 452 for Microsoft. We're gonna just round it off. So we're gonna set up two alerts. We're gonna set up one for 151.50. I'm sorry, 451.50 and one for 452 on Microsoft. We're gonna put those two alerts up. So let's go ahead and set that up real quick. Still watching SPY, guys. Still have not broken above that 607.19 level. Still have not broken above that level yet. So what we're gonna do for Microsoft and Microsoft trades, we're gonna set two alerts. So we're gonna set one 452, and we're gonna set up one at 451.50 level. So 451.50. I'm gonna set up one here too. Let's keep that on watch. All right, so that'd be for my Microsoft traders, guys. So I'm gonna set up 2 alerts for you guys. We already know for Amazon, like I said, 230. We gotta stay above 230. Set my alert back up. I mean, look like we're about to hit it already before I can even set my alert back up. So it look like we're about to try to break back up, try to retest that 230 level. All right, set that back up again. Let me see. Tesla, guys, like I said, we gotta get back above that 220 up. So a 423.70 level. Get back above 423.70. That'll get us out of that downtrend. Let's see. Meta. 630. Gotta hold 630. Definitely gotta hold 630. Google, like I said, that'll be around that one. Let me see. I'm sorry, 190 something. 192 up, basically back up towards that 193. So still, like I said, a lot of them is popping, but it's like they not holding. Because Amazon ran up to 230, still having trouble. Microsoft ran up, having trouble. Tesla ran up, having a little bit of trouble. I'm sorry, Meta having a little bit of trouble at that 630 range still. Tesla, again, still fighting, still trying to fight to get back up around that 423.70 level. You can see it right here, 423.70 level. Still having trouble here, getting rejected. SPY still getting rejected. So no breakout yet. I mean, we're still getting rejected underneath that 607.19 level. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to put my chat box back up. I apologize. I'm sorry. I keep doing it by itself. It keep like falling off. I hate when it keeps doing it. I do apologize, guys. AVGO too. Let me check out Creamer. I'm sorry. Let me I'm trying to watch like multiple stocks, boss. I apologize. Let me see AVGO real quick. I apologize. Let me take my link off. Let me check that out because I'm still watching. I still want to keep my eyes on it, and I just want to see if Nvidia, if those buys gonna move back in on Nvidia, because all we need is that 140 break. All right, let's see AVGO. What we looking like on AVGO, boss? All right, now up to 220, up to that 222 range. Look like you have room to push up towards that 225 range on AVGO, boss. Let me set an alert for 225 if those buys can continuously push. So 225 would be a reasonable area that they can push to get the ball rocking and rolling on that bad boy. But I need to check out the let me check out the overall setup to see on how we're looking on that bad boy on the 180 chart. So what I'm gonna do is cream a setup for 225. So in other words, as long as we can hold that 220 level, you have room to push up towards that mid area, which is 225. So like again, as long as 220 holds, you have room to push on up towards 225. So right now you're still in an uptrend position on AVGO though. You're still in like this uptrend position. What is this? My 15-minute time frame. Let me set this up for 15 real quick. Still got my eyes peeled on SPY, guys. I'm still watching SPY. Haven't taken my eyes off. So I'm just trying to hurry and set this up for my boss, man. He said he already a 5K. Already up on AVGO 5K. Shout out to Creamer. So right now, boss, you're still in this ascending triangle pattern. For possible room to run on up towards that 225. If we can break that 225, you got room to push up towards 230. Because that'll put you in a $10 channel. 220, 225 to 230. So shout out to you, Creamer. Shout out to you, boss, for a job well done, man. Killing it. Shout out to you, man. So right now, he's still on this ascending triangle pattern. Let me see if I can set somewhat of a, let me try to set up a channel. So I'm still watching SPY still, too. SPY still looking weak. SPY still haven't got back up towards that level. So you still got rejected at that around that 607.19 level. Back on down on these 606.50. So he's still pulling back down. So that's still looking weak. Because you gotta remember, guys, this week we had it's been bearish. Especially your closes. Your closes been bearish. You only had one green close this week. That was I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, guys, I mean, we still pulling back on down. Still pulling back on down. Still showing weakness. Because we still have not broken above that key level. Seller stepped in. So we're still pulling back down very strongly, guys. Pulling back very strongly on SPY right now. We cracked that 606. You got room to fall back down towards that 605.50 level. So let me see if I can set up a chart for my guy here. Let me see if we can still set up a chart real quick. So we're gonna set up a $10 channel. What's wrong with my lines? Come on now. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just use one. Trying to make these down because I hate when it starts to act out, when it starts to freeze on me. I hate that crap, man. It's annoying. Matter of fact, let me use this red line real quick first. I'm sorry, 30. It's gonna be top. See if we can get that push. All right. Let me duplicate another one. We're gonna put that as the bottoms. That'll be 20. See what I mean? How it acts slow? I hate that. It's like it just acts slow for no apparent reason. Alright, let me set up this bottom here. That'll be your bottoms. That'll be 20. Alright, we stay above because like I said, the main thing we got to hold creamer is, like I said, we can stay in this channel of 220. I mean, we can focus on moving our way back up to 225. So I'm trying to set this up real quick, set up this little channel real quick, and then I can go back to oops, I can duplicate copy. Then I go back to focusing on SPY and them guys. I know everybody watching SPY, trying to anticipate what SPY gonna do today. So I do apologize about that. Still watching Tesla too, guys. Tesla, we got to re-break back above that 223.70 level. Right now we're at 223, so keep your eyes peeled on that. So I'm still keeping on watch too. All right, go back. All right, here you go, Creamer. So right now I got this channel set up. So the main thing that we want to hold and get back above is that 220 level. If we get back above 220, we got room to run up towards 225, from 225 to 230. So the main floor that we need to hold is 220. 220 because that is a natural price point. So we can again we can utilize that for support. We can utilize that for resistance. So the main thing that we're gonna want to do is regain is 220 level. If we can regain that 220 level, we can continue that uptrend, boss, from that 220 level on up to possibly 225. So that's the main focus as of now that you want to focus on is that 220 level. If we do lose that 220 level, we will pull back down possibly towards that 215 level. If we cannot hold 220, when you will move back down into the teen areas, back down this way. So keep your eyes peeled on that. But 220 is the main floor that you want to hold. Hold 220. I mean for 220 because that'll keep you in that 220 bracket from 220, 225 up to 230. So I'm gonna keep it on watch too for you, boss. And I do have my alert set, and I do have my time frame set up too as well. So I got you too on watch on AVGO. So shout out to you though for a job well done for 5K. Shout out to you, boss, on that one, man. Shout out to Kendall for 5K on AVGO. Shout out to you, boss. Shout out to you. There we go, guys. Tesla still trying to get that downtrend breakout. Like I said, we stay above that 423.70 level. Got room to push up towards that 425. So right now you're on that downtrend breakout, still looking nice on Tesla right now, guys. Right now we got 2 minutes till this candle closes on out, so it's still looking good. So you have that downtrend breakout. It looks like that candle's gonna close above that downtrend level. So right now you're looking good on Tesla. So you got about a minute in till this candle closes out, and you are still pushing above that downtrend level, and look like we will be closing above that downtrend. So keep it on watch. So we got still got that minute left. You're still looking good on Tesla for possible more room towards the upside. Got about almost 30 seconds left on that candle on Tesla, guys. So you're still looking good. There you go, guys. There you go. For my Tesla traders, 425. Next alert. Right now, looking good. Downtrend breakout. Got about 20 seconds left, guys. Tesla is still looking good for that possible 425 push. Possible 425 push for my Tesla traders, guys. Here we go. Got about 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds. Still looking good. Still very strong green candle. Very strong green candles. Green candle. Boom. Gap up. Next key level, guys. 425 for my Tesla traders. 425, baby. 425. Got room to push on up. Move it over a little bit. Was that Tesla? 425. Shout out to my Tesla traders. 425. Tesla traders. 425. You hit that level. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you. How we looking on Nvidia? Ooh, Nvidia maybe still trying to creep its way up because Nvidia, I think Nvidia can get that. I still got my eyes peeled on Nvidia, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. I think Nvidia still got that room to go for that possible downtrend breakout and that squeeze past that 140 level. I still think Nvidia still got some room left in the tank. I still think it do. That's why I haven't counted out yet. Because 138, they recovered back on up to 139. Want to see that push back on up to 139.50 up to 140. So I think Nvidia still got some room in that tank to push. Because I mean, you could have fell on off. You could have cracked that 130 and fell back down to 136. But look where your buyers recovered. The trend line still in this ascending triangle pattern. So I still think NVIDIA got room left in that tank for that push. I really do believe that NVIDIA can still squeeze his way back on up that 140. All right, now guys, there go SPY. Pull it back down towards that 150, guys. 605.50. Got rejected. All right, how many caught that 607.19 level? I called it out. How many caught that 607.19 level, guys? The room to fall back all the way down towards this trend line. How many caught around that 607.19? Who caught SPY tops between 607.19, 607 back on down? Who caught that key level? We talked about it this morning. The area that we could not break out. 607.19, 607.19. Crack right back underneath that 607, 606.50. Back on down to 606. Again, we stay underneath 606. You got room to fall back down towards that 605.50 level, which you will be falling back down to this trend line. So, how many caught it? How many caught that put opportunity? Tesla still looking good. Excuse me. Tesla breaking out of that downtrend setup, trying to transition from a downtrend to an uptrend, with room to possibly run back up towards that 430 range. So right now, keep your eyes peeled on that. You got room to run back up towards 430 if we can continue that uptrend movement. So right now, Tesla's still looking good. Google still looking weak. Apple still looking somewhat weak. I still think NVIDIA got room left in that tank to hold. Let's see if we still keep that level going. So I'm going to still keep my eyes peeled on NVIDIA. Amazon pulling back, still looking weak underneath that 230 range. Microsoft, no downtrend break on that. Started to get weak. The only one that's pushing is Tesla at this moment. The only one that's pushing, guys, is Tesla at this moment. Only one that's looking very strong is Tesla, with room to still run up towards that 430 range. So let me set another alert for 430 is what I meant to set on. Let me see. So right now, keep this on watch, All right, 430 on Tesla. All right, that's still looking good. Trying to transition from a downtrend to an uptrend. That's still looking nice. NVIDIA, I still think we got room to pull. I still think we got room to cross, man. I don't know. It's just something. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it, but it's just something in the back of my head that's telling me that NVIDIA can go for a downtrend breakout. Once we break back above that 140 range, on up towards that 145, we can reverse from a downtrend to an uptrend, going from red to green. I just still think we got room left in the tank. I just think we have room to transition. I don't know what it is. I just have that feeling. I just can't explain it. But I don't know. It's hard to explain it, guys, on that. I'm trying the best that I can. I just can't explain it. Now, if SPY. If SPY cracks that 550 level, we have room. 550.50. I'm sorry, 605.50. I'm sorry. I got too many numbers in my head. If SPY can crack that 605.50 level, we do crack that trend line. We have room to fall back down towards that 605 level. That's that $half mark. Because you got to remember, guys, we still in that 600 range. So right now, you're pulling right back down to that $half mark, which is 605. So 605, if you can hold that 605 level, which is a $half mark that can play a support and resistance, you have possible room to go back up towards the upside. Now, if you crack the 605 level, we have to focus on the lower price points. That's 604, 603, down to 602, and so forth. But right now, let's see what's going to happen. Right now, you're pulling right back down to this trend line, guys. You're pulling back down right here to this trend line, down towards that 605.50 level. So keep that on watch. So definitely keep that on watch. Keep that on watch. All right. So right now you can clearly see, guys, we're pulling right back down towards this trend line. You clearly see that trend line right here, pulling right back down towards that, around that 605.50 level, around 605.50. That's gonna possibly be a possible trend line bounce. Let's see if buyer's gonna step in around 605.50 and bounce back on up. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled around that 605.50 level. Right now we're around 605.77. So keep your eyes peeled to see can we get that further pull back down, because you lost all your indicators. You definitely lost all your indicators. You lost your 9 EMA, you lost your 20 EMA, and you also lost your VWAP. And you also lost that 50 SMA. So all your indicators are pretty much going against you. Look at this. You're starting to get that indicator crossover. You're starting to get that indicator curl pointing down towards the downside. So if you notice that, you lost all indicators, which now all the indicators will work against you at this moment. So right now, what we got left on this candle? We got about, 10 minutes left? So let's keep our eyes peeled. So again, If we want more pullback to come or we want to see more downside, we definitely want to stay underneath all the indicators as this candle closes out. Because as that candle closes out, you already know how that normally works. We work in stairways. So every candle, red candle that closes out is the next candle's possible resistance. So here we go, pulling back real strong right now again, guys, underneath the 50, underneath the 9, and underneath the 20, and your VWAP, which definitely is indicating more downside. So here we go, still pulling back down towards this trend line, guys, towards that 605.50 level, which I do have my alert set for 605.50, which is lining up right with that trend line. So as we pull back, let's keep this on watch. Can we stay above this 605.50 level, or will we crack this 605.50 level, thus making us crack this trend line level down to possibly 605? So let's see what happens as we continuously keep pulling back towards 605.50. Here we go, guys. Here we go for my puts, guys. Let's see if we're going to get that 605.50 level. 605.50. Going from that 607.19 resistance on down to 605.50. So here you go, guys, for my puts. Here you go, guys, for my puts. So how many of my puts caught it? Shout out to my 605.50 puts. Here you go, guys. 605.50, baby. So how many caught the puts? Let's be honest. Don't lie to me. How many got in around that 607.19, the level that we called out where we got rejected at? G-Rain, shout out to you, baby. Oh, shout out to y'all. Thunder, shout out to you. What was your entry? G-Rain, what was your entry? Thunder, what was your entry? I mean, it's all good as long as you got around 607. You know, even if you didn't catch that perfect area, 607 was still a good entry. 606.50 was still a good entry. And we're still pulling back. Shout out to my puts right now. Shout out to my puts. We got about 8 minutes until this candle close out. So the question is, can those puts? Ooh, 607. Shout out to G-Range, man. Look at that. 607, boom, back down, cracking that trend line, coming. Look how hard is that pullback, man. Look at this. So, question is, right now that we're pulling back very strong, we got to ask ourselves, can those sellers or can those bears keep that candle underneath that trend line and underneath 605.50? If we can close underneath that, more pullback is coming. Well, we will pull back down to possibly 605. And look like we're still getting a strong pullback down, and we're going to put an alert down towards 605. So let's see. Can we pull back down towards that half dollar mark, which is 605 itself? So let me reset it. Sorry. All right, 605. Here we go, guys. That's your half dollar mark. So keep your eyes peeled on that, but we are definitely seeing more downside. All right, 605, pull it right back down to it. So if we do crack 605 itself and stay underneath it, we have room to fall back down to possibly 604.50. So let's just see on how this candle is going to close out. Because again, we do want to see more downside. What we don't want to see, those buyers push the buy to that candle right back on top of that trend line.
That 604 would be nice.
Yeah, so the main thing, if we want to see more downside G-range, is we got to stay underneath that 605.50. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that 605, you see what I mean? See that trend line? You see how those buys push right back on top of that trend line? That's what we want to avoid if we want to see more downside. We got to have that candle stay underneath that 605.50 because that 605.50 is lining up right with your trend line. So we definitely don't want to see this trend line bounce set up for those buys to bounce right back on up towards the upside. Now, even if you bounce back on up towards the upside, I mean, it still gets to be set up for a two-legged pullback. But I'm saying at this moment, if we want to see a continuation pullback as of now, we want those buyers to stay underneath 605.50. We do not want to see those. We do not want to see those buyers step back in. I'm sorry, sellers. We want to see the sellers stay underneath 605.50. We don't want to see those buyers reclaim 605.50 because they're reclaiming that plus the trend line. So that's the thing. Right now we back right above 605.50. Right now back above 605.60. We don't want to see those buyers reclaim that trend line. Well, I don't know why they just did that. We don't want to see them reclaim that trend line level. So what needs to happen right now, guys, we got about 6 minutes until this candle closes out. We got to stay underneath 605.50. We don't want to see those buyers reclaim that level because other than that, that's going to be a potential bounce right back on up when you're getting the trend line bounce. So you got to keep that on watch because your trend line is lining up right with that 605.50, giving you double the support. So we want to see those sellers pull and stay underneath 605.50. So you notice that price range right here? Look at the price bubble. The price that you want to see is stay underneath 605.50 as that red candle closes out. We don't want to see that buying pressure. We don't want to see that long lower shadow. We want to see those. They want to see that body, that candle go right back down. See what I mean? They're recovering right here, 605.50 and that trend line. So keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Can you check Tesla's resistance? That'll be back up towards these highs, Queen. So that'll be back around that. Look like around that 427.50 to possibly 430 because you're getting that full rotation because you're holding that 525 level on up to 427.50 to possibly 430. So right now you got 427.50. That's going to be your next level. Then from 427.50 on up towards. But I wouldn't be trying to short it right now because you're getting a downtrend break. Don't do that just yet. If anything, I would go long because you're getting a downtrend breakout. You're getting a downtrend breakout when we're going from the downside to the upside. So that's gonna increase and entice more buyers to step in because you're getting out of it. You gotta understand that downtrend line can play a major role, gentlemen. You gotta understand that. Because that line itself, that border, separates the bears from the bulls. So you gotta understand, this is when we were underneath it, we were in the bears territory. Now that we crossed that downtrend, now you're in the bulls territory. So I would not be trying to go for a short just yet. If anything, go long. Because if you, again, you got to respect that trend line. You got to respect that downtrend. Because again, that separates the bears from the bulls. Now you see on how those candles are getting stronger and stronger because you're going from the bears territory now to the bull territory because the bears have nothing to hold them back from. So right now, I would not be trying to short right now in the bulls territory, Queen. Yeah. Oh, so you in now? You in? Oh, you in the? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Look towards that. Look right here where those bears came in aggressive at. That's around that 627.50. 627.50, Queen. So let me go ahead and set up an alert. 627.50. Let's see, can we get that 627.50 push? I'm sorry. I apologize. Around 627.50. That look like around that key level. I apologize. Shout out to you for your calls. Shout out to you, Queen. Shout out. Yeah, so look. Let's see, can we get that 627.50 test? Let's see. 627.50. Can we get that push? Let's see, Jenna. Can we get that push? What was your entry, Queen? What was your entry? Because you're looking good right now. Uh-oh. Let's see. Can we get it? Let's see. Can we get that 627.50 push? Because you did go for that downtrend breakout. You're looking nice. Uh-oh. 627.50. 627.50, Queen. Now, can we push up to 430? We can. It's up to you. You can get out right now, 627.50, or you want to keep riding on out. It's up to you. Because right now, you're $2 away from that 430 range. 430 range. So long as 627.50 holds, you good. Now you still got room to run up towards that 430 range. So keep it on watch. So from this point, you want to see 628.50. From 628.50 up to 629. I'm sorry, 6. Like you said, 6. I'm thinking about SPY. I'm sorry. Jeez. 428.50 up to 429 to 429.50 up to 430. As long as that 427.50 range holds. Because that's going to be the area. 427.50. That's going to be the floor that we need to hold. 427.50. You got 2 more minutes until this candle closes out. But you are holding above 427.50, which is good. So once that next candle comes in, they can utilize that 427.50 for support for that bounce on upward, which will create like somewhat of a bull flag. But right now, you're still pushing strong. So right now, you're still looking good. You're still looking good on your Tesla trade. Tesla's still looking good. 427.50 is holding. You're good right now. You're good. Because then those buyers, as that next candle come in, they can utilize that for support. And then you back up towards 428.50. So 428.50, good. So once you go from 428.50, let's see, can we get that push up to 429? So right now, you're still looking good overall. Right now, we got about, what we looking at? Look up, we pulling back. That 427.50 has to hold. 427.50 has to hold, Queen. We got about 30 seconds. As long as you can hold above 427.50, good. Let's see. We got about almost 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Watch that 427.50 floor. Watch that 427.50 floor as that candle's about to close out. Because you got about 20 seconds. Anything can happen. We just want to hold that floor. 427.50. Got about 5 seconds, Queen. 5 seconds coming in a matter of 4, 3, 2, 1. This candle should close out. Next one up. Boom. All right, you gapped up. So right now you're holding above that 427.50. Cool. Now you should be setting up somewhat of a small little bull flag pattern, but you're still holding above 427.50. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Keep your eyes peeled on that 427.50 floor. Still looking good though. Still looking good because I want you to be comfortable with your trade. Or anybody else who's in Tesla. The main floor is 427.50. 427.50 is the floor we need to hold. So right now you're looking good. Almost somewhat of a bull flag pattern. So let's see. 427. Getting a little pullback, but you still setting up in somewhat of a bull flag pattern. You still are in a downtrend breakout where you're going from bearish to bullishness. So we are in the bulls territory. So do expect a little bit of a pullback, which is nothing wrong with that versus these strong green candles you have right in front of you. So don't get scared out of your position. Stay strong. Don't give up. Don't get scared right now. Just hold. Because again, you still got somewhat of a bull flag pattern even if you do get a pullback. So don't get scared out of your position just yet. So the main thing that we have to hold right now is that 427.50 range. So let's see. As long as we can hold above there, let's keep it on watch because you will get a little pullback towards it. But as long as you hold it, that's the main focus. Just hold that level, you good to go. So let's see. 427. Oops, what I got? Oh wait, what did I go to? That's not right. Hold up. Did I put the right Why does it look like that? I don't know why it looked weird. Alright, 427.50. Alright, cool. Let me put that as a floor. I'm gonna put that in green. Alright, cool. So 427.50. So as long as you can hold that 427.50 floor, we should have room to continuously keep pushing. So keep that on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep that on watch. 427.50 is holding. Cool. And like I said, it's all about just staying calm. Staying calm. Don't get scared out of your position. All right. Now we're pushing on up towards 429. Good. So let's see. 429. Next level, 429.50 up to that target that we know we're trying to go to is 430. So let's see. Keep it on watch because, of course, you're going to have a little bit of pullback here and there because you got to think about people that are selling their positions right now that probably bought in these lows, selling out of their positions too as well. So you got to keep that in mind. So now as those buyers are selling out of their position, now we got to see if new buyers are going to step in and start to buy at this 427.50 level and push on up from 427.50 up to 430. So let's just see. Can we do it? Do we have enough buyers now that we're on this floor to continue on up? So let's just see. But 427.50 will be that main floor that you want to keep on watch, that we want to hold. 427.50. Keep that on watch. Again, if you want to get out around that level, cool. If you want to hold, but long as you hold 427.50. If you want to lock it up around 427.50, 428, cool. But if you want to hold it, go snakeskin Randy on it. Long as that 427.50 floor holds, you want to go from 427.50 back up to 428, 428.50, up to 429, the 429.50, up to that one of the main targets we talked about, 430. So right now, 427.50 is still holding. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth, but just be patient. Be patient. But that's the floor that you need to hold. Set that as your stop loss. Set that as your stop loss. If you are pulling back down in that area, set that as your stop loss. Between 428 to 427.50. If you want to set a stop loss, Jenna, like I said, 428 to 427.50. Put it like this. If you want to move it up, like your stop loss, move it up. As long as 428 holds. If you want to move your stop loss up to 428, cool. Go from 427.50. Now to move up your stop loss to 428, cool. Now as it goes up, move your stop loss up. So let's see. The next level we want to hold is 428.50. If you want to move your stop loss up again. So let's keep it on watch. Right now, see, 428 still come back down. Again, see, it's not holding right now. It's not holding at this moment. It's getting a little bit of a pullback, but that's what I'm saying. Set your stop loss between 427.50 to 428. So at least you're still getting something better versus nothing. Because it's not about being perfect. Man, a profit is a profit. Be happy you got profits, man. That's all that matters. Stop trying to be OCD with it. Like, don't be all perfect with it. Stop trying to get every cent on the cent. That's not what it's about. It's about changing your account. It's about making profit, guys. If you know you got in a good area and you're on up, man, take the profit. Don't be greedy. What I always tell you guys, always put grateful over greed, please. Especially on a Friday, be grateful, man. Please be grateful. So, Jenna, let me know what you got, Queen. Did you lock it up? I want to hear it. G-Range, what we looking like too, boss? What do we? Microsoft. I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry. Let me Microsoft. Right now, you're still on this downtrend setup. So still no go. If you're going for a put, as long as you stay underneath 450, you got room to fall back on down towards the 448s. Yeah. So just watch that 450 level. Set your stop loss. I'm sorry, around 427.50 to 428. But your main floor, your main stop loss you want to keep is 427.50. Yeah, right now, yeah. So we got room to still fall back down to the $half mark. But yeah, Creamer, like I said, look at that downtrend setup, King. Look at that. Like I said, 450. If we want to see a breakout towards the upside, we got to break above 450 because that's going to break us out of that downtrend setup, basically back on towards the upside. Because guys, okay, the best and Jenna, you still looking good, Queen. You still looking good. Hold on. Now movie stop loss up. Now movie stop loss up to 428.50. If you need to move it up to 428.50, move it up. Movie stop loss up to now 428.50. 428.50 is good. Now because you're moving up to 429. Cool. So once you hit 429.50, movie stop loss up to 429. Now you get what I'm saying? Move it up in steps. Just move it up in steps, Queen. Ooh, look like Jenna about to get that 430 hit. So, but movie stop loss up as the market goes up. So you went from 427.50 stop loss, cool, up to 428, cool. Now movie stop loss up to 429. Boom, go from 429 as it goes up to 430. Set your stop loss to 429.50. Now you get it though, Queen. Like just keep moving up like in 50-cent increments. So right now we are pulling back towards 429. We already know around that 428.50. That's gonna be the next floor. 428.50, right? Now you're moving up to that area. Long as 428.50 holds, now the next level they gotta re-break is 429 again. Go from 429 back up to 429.50 because we know what buyers are trying to go on Tesla. They're trying to go back up to 430. So right now we're all pulling right back at 428.50. All right, 428. All right, keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Because what they're doing is they're trying to grab those stop losses. All right, 429. All right, 429. We want to see 429.50. We want to see 429.50. 429.50. Get back above 429.50. That's only putting you 50 cents away from that 430 range. But you see how I calmly talk y'all into it, like help you guys out. It's not. Look, here we go, guys. Jenna, here we go. Jenna, we almost there. Jenna. We almost there, Queen. We almost there. I think because the way those Tesla buys are, they like to push. So I think we're gonna see that 450. I mean that 430. I think we're gonna still see it. Because it's still bullish. You know, despite the little pullbacks we're having, it's still bullish. Because again, especially going from a bearish, again, downtrend to an uptrend, that's exciting those bulls. And then that's creating short squeezes. So, excuse me. So it's creating short, especially with Tesla. Tesla loves short squeezes. Tesla definitely loves short squeezes. Because even when you think Tesla's falling, it'll find a way to go right the hell back up. It'll find a way to go right back on up. Especially those investors, and y'all already know what Elon Musk tied in with Donald Trump. That's like hyping up those investors. So that's why I still think it's more upside to come. You know, I ain't gonna lie, Jenny. You think what I was telling myself? I think Tesla can go as high as 450. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think go as high as 450. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we may still see 450 sooner or later. I'm gonna just be 110% honest with you. All right, here we go, Jenna. Here we go again. Jenna, let's go. Come on. G-Range, here we go. Come on. Jenna, G-Range. Shout out to y'all. There it is. Boom. Shout out to y'all. I'm out. Shout out to Jenna. Jenna, what it is, baby? What's the profit? Let us know. What's the profit? G-Range, what's the profit? Let us know what time it is. Let them know. Off of what? Downtrend breakout, Queen. Boom. Downtrend. Damn, man. NVIDIA out the way. I ain't even worried about it right now. They hurt my feelings. Amazon, nope. Apple, nope. Meta, nope. Google, nope. So the only one that had a successful downtrend breakout was Tesla. Tesla the only one on the downtrend breakout. That's the only one. Everything else is on fade mode right now. And then there goes SPY guys pulling back down towards that 605 level. 605 level for my put still. $500. Shout out to the Queen. G-Range, what you looking like? Shout out to Jenna and everybody else, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And then for my puts we pulling back on down on SPY down towards that 605 level. Let's see, can my puts get that 605 touch? Let's see, can we get it, guys? for my puts. Who ain't on puts? Who ain't on puts on SPY? Who ain't on puts on SPY? Who killing it on that? We down to 605. Let's see.
Yes, sir, right now to my support level.
Oh, you on SPY, G-Ranks. I'm sorry, you ain't on SPY. I apologize. 605, 605. Come on, baby. We already cracked that trend line, so already going from the bear. Now you're going from the bullish side to now the bearish side. Because now when you're on an uptrend, all we're doing is doing the opposite. See, when you're on a downtrend, you're going from bearish to bullishness. When you're on an uptrend, you go from bullish to bearishness. So now you're going from the bullish side, where you bounce, now to the bearish side. So that's why I told y'all about them trend lines. I'm telling you guys, them trend lines is amazing. Trend lines are amazing. Shout out to my puts, baby. Y'all are killing it out the man. I could be more proud of this team, baby. Look at that. 605. Boom. There it is. There it is. Shout out to my Tesla traders. Shout out to my puts on SPY. Okay, so 604. Let's see how we can rock this out, boss. How can we rock this out? Okay, so for G-Ranks, what we need to do, because right now we're in a bearish territory, because we didn't crack that trend line. We went from bullish to bearishness. So now what need to happen now is, because now that we crossed over, what time it is? We got 3 minutes. So long as you stay underneath that downtrend, you good. Plead the fifth. What's up, boss?
Plead 5 THX is now following on Twitch.
Ooh! Man, y'all good, man. I'm proud of you guys, man. Y'all are killing it, man. Shout out to Plead the Fifth. Shout out to G-Rain. Shout out to Kramer. Shout out to Jenna. Oh, man. I could be more proud of the team. Man, I could be more proud of this team, man. I love you guys. Y'all killing it. Killing it. Plead the Fifth. What was your entry, boss? I called it out around 607.19. If you didn't catch that entry, 606.50 was another entry. Wasn't bad. So right now, okay, the next thing that we need on SPY, we want to see some further pullback. You already know, guys, 605 is going to be a $half mark. You already know how that's going to play out as a strong support or strong resistance. Now, if we want to see more downside on SPY, we definitely got to stay underneath 605 because that's your $half mark. Because if you look at it from a $10 standpoint, think about it. 600, 610. What's in the middle of that? 605, right? Because if you're in 605, then you got to focus on the higher price points. 606, 607, 608, 609 up to 610, right? If you're underneath 605, then you got to focus on the lower price points. 604, 603, 602, 601, and so forth. So right now, do you see how it's getting that strong bounce? Because that 605 is going to play a major role on the upside or the downside. It can play as a strong support and it can play as a strong resistance. Now, if we want to see more downside, we definitely want to crack 605 because we want to get rid of that half dollar mark. We want to take that floor away from the bulls, period. So we can move on down to 604, 603, 602, 601.
There was a few around 607 and sold a bit about 606.60, got back in around 606.45 and out at 606.10.
Gotcha, boss, man. But shout out to you, boss. Shout out to you, man. Job well done. Job well done, man. Again, guys, if y'all enjoying the content, man, y'all learning a lot, man. Shout out to Jenna. Oh, I'm sorry, puts on Tesla. I'm sorry, Queen. Engineer. The main floor that you want to watch is 430. 430 because that's a new bracket. You're going into a new price bracket from the 420 to the 430s. So 430s. So you got to think about it now in reverse. 430, 425, 420. So that's how you have to think about that channel. So in reverse back down. If we stay underneath 430, that's going to be resistance. Midpoint 425. Floor 420. So that means you'll go from going up to going right back down.
SPY is building more liquidity right now.
Yeah, so right now it look like it's definitely bearish. I mean, again, due to that trend line crack, you're going from the bullish side to now the bearish side to now you're going into the bearish territory, which we could be seeing a two-legged pullback setting up where you get a bounce on up and then a reversal right back on down. So it could be setting up for a two-legged pullback. So in other words, like this, boss, if we continue on down, good. But we could be seeing this possibly, where you could pull back down like this, get a little bounce off of that 605 level, get rejected off of that 605.50, and pull right back down this way. So possibility for a two-legged pullback setup. Because the reason why I'm saying that is now that trend line is no longer support. Now that trend line is resistance. So instead of bouncing, now you're getting rejected. So yeah, so around, like I said, around the 605 box, because that's a natural number. Like I said, if you think about 600, you think about SPY right now in a $10 bracket, you got 600 bottoms. You got 610 tops. What's in the middle of that? 605, because that's your divider, right? Because you got $5 up and you got $5 down. So that's why 605 is going to play a major role. Because if you think about it, if you hold 605, you still got room to move up $5. You know, from 606, 607, 608, 609 up to 610, right? If you get underneath it, then you got $5 down. 604, 603, 602, 601 back down to 600. So it's like, again, that 605 is a decider. Again, you hold it, you got room to still move up $5. You stay underneath it, you got room to move down $5. So that's why that's going to play a major role. Now, I can see it bouncing up to 605 and get rejected and pulling back down. It could be, and that's due to the fact that trend line transition, because you went from an uptrend to now a possible downtrend. So you could be building a possible higher low build as it moves back up. So let's keep that on watch. So as you do crack, now we got to start a possible downtrend setup. So we already got this high level here. Now we got to wait for the higher low build. Now we got to wait for that next point, the lower point to come. So right here we have this high here. Now we got to wait for that second point to come up so we can, like I said, start to create that downtrend setup. So even if I put it, it'll still be too early. Like if I do this, to me, it'll still be too early. It's still too early because we only got 1 point. We only got one top. So what would need to happen is we need to bounce back up, come into some type of resistance, and build a second point back down, which is creating a lower high. So we only got one high here. One high here, but we haven't started the lower high yet because we haven't bounced back on up and went back up towards those high areas. So right now we only got 1 point. So to me, it's still a little early to still create that downtrend setup. So the only thing I can do now is just go off of this. Go off of this downtrend break, crack on down. Oh, I got you. Okay, I got you, boss. I got you. Yeah, I just like using a 15 because it's like cleaner, it's neater. It just gives us a fuller setup. Matter of fact, speaking of setup, hold up. Do we have any setup setting up? Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. No, I don't see one yet. Only thing I do is see is a big downtrend setup. I was trying to look for an inverted cup and handle pattern. I don't see one yet though. Yeah, that's why I like to clear it out. Yeah. So right now, all I see is a possible big bear flag pattern setting up on SPY right now. Possible bear flag pattern, and like I said, a two-legged pullback. When you get a little bounce, move on up, get rejected, and come right back on down. So if we do get a bounce, we could bounce right back into that 605.50 level, get rejected, and come right back on down because again, you're underneath that downtrend, underneath the uptrend, which now you go from support now to resistance, and then you're going from the bullish side of things now crossing into the bearish side of things with room to still, because it's like jumping off a cliff. You're jumping off of a cliff and you're just falling all the way down. So as long as, like I said, we lose that 605, 604.50 you got, down to 604, down to possibly 603.50. Because look at this setup. I mean, look at this. This is a bloodbath waiting to happen. All your indicators are working against you now. Your 50, your 9, your 20, your VWAP. Everything is just pointing down with possible more downside side to come. So if you crack that 605, down to 604.50, down to 604. So what we're going to do is let's set up an alert at 604.50 because that'll be the next area once you lose 605. So let's keep that on watch. So right now, watch that Tesla. Tesla's still moving on up. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't short Tesla just yet because you're going from the bearish side to now the bullish side. So I would not be trying to short Tesla just yet. Don't do that just yet. Do not short Tesla just yet. Don't you dare do it. Don't you do it because Tesla is known to squeeze, short squeeze. So don't do it. I'm telling you, for the sake of your account, do not short it yet. Don't do it yet. I would not try to short Tesla yet. Don't do it. Because you got to understand, guys, you've broken out of a downtrend. You're on a downtrend breakout. So, again, you're going from the bearish side to now the bullish side. This is the bull side. So, I would not be trying to short right now unless you want to get caught in the short squeeze. Do not short. I'm telling you, for the last time, don't you dare short right now on Tesla. Don't you dare do it. Don't freaking do it.
Hustle and Flow 666 says, don't step in front of the train.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's a train running on up. I would not be doing that right now. Because you got to understand, guys, when you go from a transition from one side to the next, Don't jump in front of that. Don't do that until you get clear signs, man. Then you got to psychologically, as it goes up, okay, how high is it going up? Where is it going? So what are some old areas? We see right here, 432, around 432.45. If you round that off, 432.50. Because look where your high was. Look where your last high was at. 432.45. Round it up to 432.50. We know where it's trying to go.
Extended hours off. It kinda looks like a cup with a super deep handle, LOL.
Yeah, I mean, you crossed it, and it's definitely trying to go back up towards these highs, way up here towards that 432.50. So I would not be trying to go, because it's pulling up like a magnet. Don't go for a short right now. Don't you dare do it. I'm just telling you, man, I love you guys to death, and I'm only going to tell you things to help you, not hurt you. So do not do that. Don't do it, man. Please don't. Please, for the sake of me, don't do it. Wait until you get clear signs.
Mean spot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, look at that transition from green to red. You see that? You went up. And you're going right back down where you started at. Wherever you took off at, you're going right back down to that floor. Right about in this little area. So you crack that area, because look like you got this little floor here. A little small floor, which is around, look like around 604.80. 604.80. And we cracked 604.80. That's that little floor here. You can see right here where you had that little bouncing after hours. Right here we had this little floor. You got that little floor around 604.80. Then from that, you got that room on down to 604.50. So let's set 2 alerts. We're going to do this. Let's set up 2 alerts. Let's set 2 alerts. So let's do 604.80. Because that was that little floor that you bounced on in the after hours yesterday. Let me see if I can set it before the alert go. My alert do go off. Let me go back on down. 604.80. Look like around that area. Below. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick, guys. So let's go ahead and set this up. Alright. Alright, there you go. So you see that little floor? See that little floor? So you got to pay close attention to details. So let's see. We crack that, then you got room to fall back down to the 604.50. And we're room to fall all the way back down to these lows of 604. So let's see. Let's watch it as it take place. But Tesla, don't y'all dare do it yet. Wait till you get a clear sign. Yeah, you're getting a little shadow, but Tesla's tricky.
104.22, could that possibly be a support level?
Yeah, so you got that floor here too. This bottom here, so that's around 604. So we have 2 alerts. So here go the first one. First one around 604.80. 604.80 about to kick off. See how he's bouncing? Look at that. And what was that? That floor here doing after hours. But how strong is it is the question. That's the $1 million question. How strong is that 604.80 level as we pull back down to it? All right, boom. So right here with that little floor, where bias stepped in and pushed it right back on up. This is right where we at. 604.80. You can see that right across the board. How strong is this floor now? How strong is it? Let's see. Because you see we pulled down to that 604.80 yesterday. Then buy stepped in and pushed it right on up. So let's see. Will buy psychologically step back in this level here to try to hold? Or will we crack it and go back down to a 604.50? Let's see. Look like we're about to crack it. Let's see. What's about to happen? What's about to happen? Are we about to crack it? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to get, guys. Let's see what we're going to get. 604.83. 604.82. Still trying to slowly, slightly hold it. See what I mean? Slightly holding it right here. Again, that was this area here, guys, from yesterday after hours. Pay close attention to details. See that? Pay close attention to details off this little floor right here from yesterday. You got to pay close attention to details. All right, let me ask y'all a question before I said anything. How many caught out the 604.80 level? And how many really paid attention to this little small area, this little small floor right here first? How many saw that first? How many saw that first? Don't even lie before I said anything. Because I said, look at this floor here for this little bounce. How many saw that first? Now, I'm not saying it's going to continuously hold, but I knew it was going to be a little area where some buyers were going to psychologically try to move into. But, again, we cracked that on down to 604.50. You go. Possibly. Boom. All right. Shout out to you, G-Range. Well, shout out to you, G-Range. All right, boss. All right, so now, when it cracked that 604.80 level, so we know we got room to fall down to that 604.50. Oh, there we go. Ooh, baby. 604.50 next. Shout out to my puts. Oh, man, look at that bloodbath. Just, God, dog. Look at that bloodbath going on here. Ooh, 604.50. There you go. Shout out to my puts. Shout out to my puts. Oh, jeez Louise. God, dog, that bad boy just dropping. That bad boy just paying them puts like this. Paying my puts like this. Shout out to my puts, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Look, on down to what, 604? Let's see if we get that 604 touch. God, that bad boy was just crying. Just a boo. Ooh. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Why y'all think it did that? I'm talking about why y'all think it got so aggressive.
5THX says, LOL knew it was building liquidity for something. Thought it might do so for longer. Plead 5THX says.
Man, please.
I missed that one.
Please, why you think I had my alert set for 604? I told you I was going to possibly go. I told you basically back down towards those bottoms. I got 603.50 as well. Look where my line is at, 603.50. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Let's do this. Real quick. Let's do this real quick. So let me make a duplicate copy. Let me do this. Let me go back a little bit. Let me scroll it over. How much room can we fall? How much room can we fall, or where is it trying to go exactly? Where is this bad boy trying to go exactly? Let's see. Excuse me. Oh boy, look what my line is at. 603.52. Oh, and look where it's at. Boy, look at that. It's just crying. It's just crying on down. Crying on down, baby. God, shout out to my puts. Oh man. Ooh.
Convince me to get in the trade.
Ooh, look at that. 603.50. God dog. Look where these lows is at. All the way down here around 603. Alright, let me ask y'all a question. Why y'all think it got so aggressive? I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm on all platforms. I know why, but I'm gonna ask y'all. Why y'all think it got so aggressive? Why y'all think it got so aggressive? Why do y'all think it got so aggressive? I'm gonna go back. Alright? Now, again, on all platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Tradecaster. Guys, why do you think it got so aggressive?
HX says, it's a psychological level. G-Range says, it returned to the 200 EMA.
Well, not just that. Not just that, G-Range. But Plead the Fifth is on the right path. Psychological level. What was the psychology on that? What was the psychology? What was the psychological level? Plead, finish it out, boss. Because I think we on the same path. What was it? What was it? Can y'all, Tradecaster, don't be quiet either. What was it? Creamer, Jenna, Engineer, all of you guys. What was the psychological level? And don't let Plead the Fifth get y'all. Don't let them answer before y'all do. What was the psychological level and why it got so aggressive? Why? Why did it get so aggressive?
HX says, LOL.
Plead, he on the right path. Because it is psychological. It is. But why? I'm asking why. What was the psychology behind it? Again, all platforms. YouTube, Twitch, Tradecaster, what was it? I want to know. I mean, I know what it is because I want us to be on the same wavelength, the same mindset. What was it? What was the psychology behind it? Why did it get so aggressive? Why? Why? I'm waiting on y'all to answer. I know what it is. Why though? Come on, y'all. Don't be afraid. Put it like this. No answer is a stupid answer. So, why, guys? I'm just asking you one simple question. What was the psychology behind the aggressiveness? What was it? What? It's one simple thing.
5THX says, there's a bunch of...
I know, but it's one main one. One main one, Plead. One main one. One main one. Y'all looking right at it. Y'all looking right at it. I already know what it is. What is it? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. What is it? What is the psychology behind it?
I know the answer. HX says, the round numbers is a huge thing for
I know. No, you're right. But y'all still not answering the psychology. What's the psychology behind it? Alright, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Look at my chart. On Spy. What is the psychology behind it, guys? Come on, man. Look at my chart. What is the psychology behind it?
I seen the previous high from yesterday kept stomping out. G range says at 607.
That too. But G range.
5THX says
Thank you. Whoo, somebody answered it. Thank you. Shout out to Trent. Thank you. And Matthew, thank you. Y'all answered it. Thank y'all. God.
report was way more.
Jesus. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for saving me. For having me having a heart attack. Thank y'all so much. The psychology going from bullish to bearishness. Thank you. Thank you. Again, look at the psychology on Tesla. What was the psychology? You went from a downtrend to an uptrend. You went from bearish to... Stop doing that, Matthew. So you went from bearish to bullishness. Look at that. Look at the psychology. Now, okay, look. I'm going to show y'all a trick. Hold up. I'm going to show y'all a trick. Let me do this. And y'all know what I'm about to do. Let me show y'all a trick. So let me take that same chart, but let me flip it upside down. I'm going to show y'all the psychology. So let me take my link off. Like I normally do. All right, let me flip the chart upside down. Let me show y'all the psychology to it if y'all was looking at it from a put standpoint. If y'all was looking at it from a put chart standpoint, y'all could have went on a put breakout. So look at this. Look at the psychology, guys. Look at the psychology. If y'all looked at it upside down, you would have saw the psychology.
Stop playing tags.
No, I thought you said you was I was playing. Oh, no, I think you said thanks. I misread that. I'm sorry.
If you
I thought you meant to say thanks. I'm sorry, Matthew. I misread that. I'm sorry, boss. I thought you said you was just playing around like you didn't want to answer the question. That's what I thought you meant. That's what I took it by. I'm sorry, Matthew. I apologize, boss. I misread. I know. That was my fault. I misread it. I'm sorry. I thought you was joking. I thought you was like you didn't want to answer it. Like I was just that you was playing around that you didn't want to answer it. I'm sorry. Wait, what was it at? Downtrend breakout. I'm sorry. I went the wrong way. Cause I gotta look at it from a downtrend standpoint on the put side. I'm sorry. Cause I forgot I flipped the chart upside down. There you go. There go the psychology. Here we go. Going from if you look at it from a put standpoint, there you go. Look at the psychology. See that? Same chart, but one is upside down. Look at that. See that? You got an uptrend crack, and you got a downtrend breakout. Y'all see it? Now y'all see it? See the psychology behind it? You got an uptrend crack, and you got a downtrend breakout. See that? Easy to see it. But shout out to y'all for killing it though, man. But now y'all see it. Y'all can flip y'all charts upside down if y'all want to go for a put opportunity. Again, if it's hard for y'all to see it like this, flip your chart upside down. Because all it's going to do is do the opposite of what normal SPY is doing. So all you do, guys, is just take your chart, take your link off, unlink it, put a minus sign right in front of SPY or any stock that you choose. Put a minus sign in front of anything. It's going to always flip it. So do that. And if you want to look at it from a put standpoint, if you have trouble looking at it from a the regular standpoint, going for a put, because not knowing where the tops was going to be at, flip your chart upside down. That's another way to do it. If that helps you out even better, is what I'm saying. Flip the chart upside down. That's it. So this is from a put standpoint. This is from a call standpoint. So yeah, here we go. All right, let me see. I got good again on AVGO.
now we go into 605.
Well, right now you're getting that bounce. You're getting that little bounce. But we know that we still need that downtrend. But also, Matthew, we could be still setting up for a two-legged pullback. Because it could go down even lower. Because we could be cracking at 603.50. Because look where it pulled back down to. 603.50 can act like a magnet. So above 603.50, you run on up. Below 603.50, you're going down. So what we could possibly be doing right now, don't quote me on it. While we at these lows, While we had these lows, right back at that 603 level. So you notice around 603.50. Okay, so look. Okay, so you notice around that 603 level, you rotated on the upside of it, right? Because above 603 level, you went up, right? Now, as we go down, we could be setting up for a rotation underneath that bad boy. So possibly, that's a possibility. We could be doing now a rotation underneath 603.50. So let's take the measure move like we always do, guys. You know how we do. So let me make a duplicate copy of this chart real quick. So let me save this one under 2. So let me do this. So let me take all of this off and I'm gonna make another line at 603.50. So let me clear everything off the board. Let me clear everything off the board real quick. So what I'm gonna do is do this. So I'm gonna clear everything off the board. Alright, and I'm gonna put that line back up, 603.50, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that price point once again, 603.50. We're gonna utilize that real quick. Because now we can look for a possible rotation underneath. In other words, we can see more downside coming. So let's take 603.50, right? Go back to that. And we're gonna put a green line for right now. We're gonna put a green line, right? Alright, 603.50. So you notice around 603.50 we rotated above it. Now we got that move on the upside above 603.50. Now we may be getting a rotation underneath 603.50 where we might crack 603.50 and actually go down this way. So we already got all this movement above it. They're right where the green line at. Now we may be rotating underneath. Let me draw it out if y'all still don't know what I'm talking about. So in other words, we may be setting up for a possible rotation underneath like this. So you see it right here where that green line is at? See how we rotated above it?
Understood.
Now we may be rotating underneath it. So we may be doing that right at that price. So we may be doing a lower rotation that we cracked at 603.50 because you left from it and you returned to it like a magnet, like it acted as a big old pivot point, 603.50. So what I'm saying is, if we don't hold, we could be setting up for a possible rotation underneath it where you rotate on the downside of it. And so if that's possible, if we are doing that, let's see how low can we go underneath that. So what we can do is let's take our little rectangle box. You know how we do, guys. So let's see where these tops is at, right? And we're gonna measure it out, right? We're gonna measure it out somewhere above around that 603.50. Let me fix this real quick. Let me set the price. Where's that low one at? Yeah, 603.50. Alright, cool. So now that was to the tops. So let me highlight that one in I guess green. I guess I'll put that in green. Whatever. Alright. So alright, let me take that block, make a duplicate copy, and now go underneath that green line. So in other words, we have the same measure move underneath this bad boy. And what do you know? 603.50. Now let's change this one to red, because now we may be rotating underneath that bad boy. Alright, so let's put that red, right? If we don't hold. So that's the same measurement move from tops to bottoms around 603.50. So now let's look at it from the downside to see how low can we go underneath that level, which would put us around. If we get that same measurement move here, down here, then that means we'll see 602, we'll see 601, we'll see 600, right back down to these low areas if we don't hold 603.50. If we don't hold 603.50. So that's going to be a big pivot point, 603.50. So if we was to crack 603.50, we could start to pull back and rotate this way off of that measure move here. So right now we're still holding it. See how they had that strong bounce where? 603.50. So we still haven't cracked it yet. So I'll just put that just in case if we were to crack it. So right now we got to bounce where? 603.50. Came all the way back down to this green line here. So that's gonna be a huge pivot point. So right now we're still holding above it. That's still bearish. I mean bullish, because you're still holding above that trend line. I mean that price point. So as long as you stay on top of 603.50, you're still considered in the bullish territory. Now is when you crack 603.50, then you're going back down and definitely going back down to the bearish territory. So right now you're still holding 603.50. You're getting a 603.50 bounce for sure. All right, let me put everything back to normal. So now that we didn't figure that out, let's go back. All right, cool. So
and it's sad BC, I can't go all in.
let's go back. Let's go take a look at it. Let's see. So right now you are bouncing off of that 603.50 range. Let's see. Still bouncing off that 603.50 range. because that's gonna be natural. I mean, we seen that in the past. We utilized the past on where we've seen a lot of bounces occur, which is around where 603.50. So let's see how strong can it hold and how can it withstand this pullback. Can we stay above it? Will buyers try to save this level and try to push back on up, or will we crack it and see a further pullback on down? So let's see. 603.50. It's gonna be a make or break. Right now you're holding above it. So think of this as a big border. Think of this as a big border that's now separating. We're already in the trend line. Now let's see this horizontal border between bulls and bears. See, bulls, that 603.50 can benefit them as long as they hold it for a possible bounce back on up. 603.50 can be utilized for support because you're on top of it. Now it's when you crack it and go underneath it, then it can benefit the bears because now that price point can go back to the resistance, going for a further pullback down. So let's see what's going to happen at this 603.50. Can the bulls hold it and push back up? Or will the bears take that price point away from the bulls and start to yank them right back on down? So that means you'll cross over from the bullish side of that 603.50 now into the bearish side of 603.50. So right now you're still in the bulls territory because you're still holding above that one price point. You see how you can't? You see how that candle can't close below it right now? So that means that those buyers are holding that price point. So they're refusing to let those bears close that candle underneath. So that's why you keep getting these lower shadows. You notice that? That's why you keep seeing every time we pull back down, buying pressure keeps stepping back in. Buying pressure keeps stepping back in. Yeah. So Matthew and Plead and all of you guys, G-Range. So notice the bodies of the candles cannot close below 603.50 because that means that that's still a strong demand zone at this moment. So right now this candle, what time we got? 2 minutes till this candle close out. So let's see what's gonna happen. We got 2 minutes until this candle close out. So what we want to see, can that candle close below 603.50 or will it remain above 603.50? Now, if it remains above it, that means that the bulls in some way still have control of that price point because that candle can't close below it. Now, if we can close below it, that means the bears are stronger than those buyers and they're trying to take that price point away from the bulls, trying to transition, going from the bullish side of things, now crossing over to the bearish side of things. But watch very carefully at that one price point, which is 603.50. So all we're going to do right now is see on how we're going to close out. Are we going to stay on top of 603.50 as this candle close out, or we get below it? So let's see on how this one particular candle is going to close out. Let's see. Because how that candle close out is going to affect the next candle. Because you got to remember, that candle, again, that candle's close can affect the next candles as far as a support or resistance. So let's see. So what we want to see is this candle close out. We want to see that price bubble get underneath 603.50. So right now we got about 2 minutes until this candle close out. So let's see where we go, and let's see what these bears gonna do around the 603.50 level. Oh, did we start pulling back on Tesla already? Let's see. Oh yeah, we started pulling back. Okay. All right, we started pulling back on Tesla. Okay. So 430 couldn't hold. Google still pulling back. Cool. Nvidia, Amazon, that's a no-go. What about Microsoft? Nope. Nvidia, damn. Nvidia done fell off the map. No-go on that one. That's a no-go. 140, nope. So let's see, guys, what we got left. We got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds up, we cracking. Meta below 620, so that means you're falling out of that 620 range right back into the teen range on Meta, so you definitely pulling back. So let's see what we got, guys. We got about 13 seconds. Are we gonna stay below 603.50 or are we gonna stay above 603.50? Right in the matter of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Underneath it. So you got down right underneath it. Right underneath it. Let's see what's about to happen. Right underneath 603.50 too. Let's see if that's going to add to more aggression, to more those sellers getting more excited. Let's see. Because now you're underneath 603.50. That's going to add to more aggression to come. Let's see. As long as you stay underneath that 603.50, let's see what's about to happen. Let's see what those bears are about to do. Let's see what's about to happen at 603.50. You see how I told you, it's like a very important price point that it keeps returning to it. It's like those bears and bulls are fighting right at 603.50. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But majority of today's intraday is bearish. Majority of it is bearish. I mean, so that's clearly letting us know that bears right now has control. Bears definitely has control of this today's market right now. So right now we have crossed over. Yeah, I'm looking right at it, Queen. I'm looking right at it. I'm looking right at Tesla. So right now, yeah, you got that confirmation of that pullback. So again, if you want to go for a short, you remember that area that we had to stay above this was that 2750 level, 42750 level. So as we do bounce, I don't know, because you might have a downtrend bounce. You might have a downtrend bounce, engineer, right here. You may have a downtrend bounce, so you may get a little bounce back on up towards the upside. So keep that on watch. If those buys psychologically will try to utilize that downtrend to bounce back on up towards 525 to possibly 527. So let's see if we're going to try to, if we will see a possible green candle back up off of that downtrend. So keep that on watch. So if we do, just keep it on watch to see if you may be, you know, where you can get that second chance for that pullback. Because if we go back up towards that 425, 427 this level, we could pull right back down to 420. Where you get a pullback, bounce, and then a pullback down. So you got the confirmation right now, so you're good on that. And there go SPY, guys, still underneath that 603.50. From 603.50, you got room to fall down to 603, down to 602.50. Because now you're crossed over. So let's see. So you got about what? You got about 13 minutes to this candle close out. So let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just set up 602.50 just in case. But let's see how that candle. This candle's gonna close out. So we want to stay underneath 603.50. Ooh, god dang, what happened on that one? Ah, come on, 602.50. There we go. On the downside, below. All right, here we go, guys. So, okay, so just keep this on watch to see what we choose. Like I said, see what this candle's gonna end up at. Just keep this on watch, because you want, again, for more pullback, we want to stay underneath 603.50. You want to stay underneath it. You don't want to get it. You don't want to stay above it, where these buys can utilize 603.50 again to push back on up. You want to stay underneath it to continuously pull back on down. So 603.50 is going to be very, very important. All right, engineer. So there go your bounce back up. There you go, your bounce back up. That's that trend line bounce. So let's see. So you could be setting up for that possible two-legged pullback as well on Tesla. You got that first pullback here when you run back on up into resistance for that next pullback down again. So keep it on watch. But I know Tesla can be very tricky, because I know it looked like it wanted to pull back, but then it wound up skyrocketing. Like, I think it did that yesterday. It did that. It looked like it was falling, but then it wound up shooting right back on up, then fell again. It's like Tesla be tricky on those shorts. It'd be definitely tricky on shorts. All right, downtrend still on Google. Downtrend still on Microsoft. Downtrend definitely on Nvidia. That's out of the question. I'm not even worried about that no more. Amazon, that's out of the question. Apple, out of the question. Could this be a good buy for Nvidia? Let's see what the bouncing is gonna be at too, boss. Let's take a look. Let's see. Take a look at Nvidia's 180 chart real quick. Nvidia. Let's see where some good. Looks like still got room to fall though. I'm trying to see exactly where those buys stepped in at on Nvidia. Let me go over a little bit. Look like around these areas here. Look like around the 130. Look like around 132 to 130 levels. Like around 132 to start off with. Because you can see right here where those buys stepped in at. Like around 132, 132, 132. Look like around these areas here.
Matthew says, above 128, I think good price.
Why is giving me somewhat of like a head and shoulders feeling though? I look like a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. I don't know. It's giving me like this head and shoulders vibe on Nvidia. That's what it's kind of giving me that in a way. It's kind of giving me like a head and shoulders vibe. I'm gonna keep it on. I'm just trying to figure out this pattern. Cause look, cause you guys like, I mean, it's ugly, but it's like an ugly cup and handle pattern. It still looks bearish. Yeah, I mean, it looked like it's still. I mean, it's still like y'all. I put it like this. Matthew. I would still say look around 130. I'll still say look around around at 131 to 32ish level. I mean, first to start off with, because we gotta look for the area where we start off. Put it like this: we gotta look at the area where we started out. We started out on a breakout. That was like right here, right? Because we came back down around 130, bounced back on up. Around 130, bounced back on up. So we know that's the ultimate floor. We know that's the pivot point for sure. Well, so it looked like you returned it right back down, possibly back down to your pivot point where you started. So it looked like you could be pulling back down towards these lows where you first got started before the breakout even happened. So it looked like this area here was going to be around your pivot point, around 130. But let's see. Let's take a closer look. Yep, 130. Look, because that was your old breakout area. See that where the old resistance at before the breakout? Yep, that was 130. So that could, yep. So that 130 may be the pivot point. Because you leave from, you return to it. So yeah, maybe return it right back to that pivot point. Right down to 130. Yeah, so maybe return right back to 130. So I would definitely, if anything, play the downside. I mean, you could definitely see this on the two-legged pullback right now. Pulling back down to even lower levels. Because I mean, it tried to crack that 140 so many times, it just gave up. So I mean, now bears gonna definitely step in. Then you crack that trend line. So with more, I mean, then you're going from a bullish side of things. Cause look at it Nvidia, even that, you cracking that uptrend, going down to not a downtrend. You're going from the bullish side of things, holding that trend line at one point, now going to the bearish side. So that's going to entice the bears. So yeah.
Do you think 130 today?
What was the max pain today? Let me check out the max pain today too, boss. Let me check that out. For Nvidia. What's the max pain today on Nvidia? Max pain today 13, right? Today's max pain was what, 138? Okay, so that worked in the seller's standpoint. That's why you pulled back. So 138. So 138 is max pain, and then on the 20th it's 120. All right, let's see. What's SPY's? What's SPY's max pain today? SPY max pain was what? 600. SPY max pain is 600 today. What, 594,000 out of the money puts. Damn, they aiming for 600 on that bad boy. Yeah, I think we're going all the way back down this way, because I think we're gonna come all the way down to this trend line on Nvidia. That's what I really think. I think we're gonna pull back down somewhere towards this trend line. So we got a lot of room to fall back down this way. I think so. Because that trend line is very, very accurate. Because every time you pull down to that trend line, you bounce. Like around that trend line. So I think that's going to be what it's trying to come down to, is this trend line here. And that's going to be around the 130s. Around 130-ish. AMD bottoms. Engineer says 125 bottoms. I think before we get there, before engineer, we're gonna have to clear that 130. So with 130, we're gonna have to crack that first and foremost. And like I said, I'm gonna go to Nvidia on my bigger chart too to show y'all what I mean by that. Let me get my bigger chart out so y'all can see it, because I know in this small one I can't maximize it because they all together, so I can't maximize it. So I'm gonna have to use this chart here real quick. So let me make a duplicate copy and show y'all on Nvidia. So because I know y'all couldn't see it on that small ass chart, and I do apologize about that. Let me go 180. Let me go to Nvidia real quick as that is taking place. Let's go on Nvidia. All right, now y'all can see it a little bit better, way more cleaner. All right, now let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. Now, if y'all notice, god dang, I gotta go back some more. Good lord, I'm trying to crunch it up too dang small so y'all can't see it. All right. Boom. See right here, your old breakout area, which is around 130. That's when you came on down. Then you moved your way back on up, caught that sending wedge breakout. Then you ran from those key levels from 130 all the way up to 150. Then back on down. So it's like you're going back to where you started from, which is 130. 130, because that's your old breakout area. Old resistance can turn into support. What's up, Sam? What's up, boss? Good to see you, man. So, engineer, you see what I see? So you cracked that trend line. So you went from going bullish, possibly going on an uptrend, which you cracked that trend line. Going now from bullish to now bearishness. So now you continue in that downtrend, which that next area. Yeah, so now all you're doing now is just cracking. So now I can easily take this trend line off, because no point in looking at it on the uptrend standpoint just yet no more. But so look at it on the downtrend. Now you can see we back in this downtrend channel going down. Well, we got rejected off the tops, the red line, because every time you hit that red line, you pull right back on down. Hit around that red line, you pull right back on down. Hit around that red line, you pulling right back on down. So now, what's the levels we have now? You have that trend line and this trend line, which that first trend line is going to be around 130. So if you notice, all we're doing now is rotating from these tops, pulling right back down to these bottoms. So the first area that you're going to hit first will be 130 because that's your old breakout area. Because you can see right here, resistance right here, that was the area that we could not break out, which is 130. Then we finally went on that breakout because you got to remember, guys, old resistance can turn into what? Possible support. So we could be pulling all the way down to 130, which will be lining up around that trend line for a possible bounce back on up towards the upside. So, like I said, I'm still not going to count the video out because we still can utilize this old area back here for a possible, uptrend later on down the line when you could pull back. It's a possibility. So if I take a line all the way back here, it's a possibility where they have to pull back even lower to try to go for another possible 140 breakout because they're going to have to go down even lower since they couldn't break it out. They didn't have enough buyers. I'm trying to get my line. Oh, there we go. So something like this to this nature. I know it's looking a little, it's still kind of early to call it. Almost something to this. I'm trying to figure out exactly where it's at. No, it'd have to be somewhere towards this area here. So that means you're going to definitely have to pull all the way back down if we're going to utilize that trend line in the future wise. Which will still put you on a big ass, excuse my language, which will put you on a big ascending triangle pattern if y'all think about it. So that means we're going to have to pull all the way back down this way, to match that trend line. So we're going to have to pull all the way back down from the 130s down into the 125s, and that's why I agree with an engineer on. So that'll put us back down in that trend line. Yeah. So, I think so. If they're going to play off of this, I think if they're going to play off this trend line and we pull back down, and if we want to get that trend line bounce, that means we're going to have to crack that 130 all the way down to possibly 125. Because right here, 125 level 2 right here. See, watch. If I move this down that second line, let me duplicate that one and pull back down to this bad boy. Let me see. 125. Watch, you'll see. So if I utilize 125 back down, 125. Got to be this old little area here. That'll pull us back down this way, which will put you right where that trend line is at. Back down this way from 130 down to 125, where we can utilize this trend line to start to move our way back on up. Because you can see every time you come off that green trend line, you get a nice psychological move back on up. So look, if we get a full pull back all the way down to that green trend line, psychologically, buyers may step in and try to move back right back on up. So as we move back down, that means you're going to have to cross 130. From 130 down to 120, around that 125 level. So, possibility. Because, you still got a big, huge ascending triangle pattern setting up because all you did was get rejected from these tops and moving back on down with a lot of space to still move. Like, okay, look, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. And I'm talking about for future-wise because, I know right now it's not going to set up just yet. I already know. But let me show y'all for the future. So, let me create a new one with just that setup. Watch. You're going to see what I'm doing. So, let me just set up. I'm going to use another 180. And I'm going to set this one for 182. So, what I'm going to do is take off everything but the main things that we need, right? So, let me take off real quick. Let me take off even the trend lines. So, let me, even this channel. So, let me take off this. Let me take off this. Take off this. Come on. Take off that. Take off that. Around 150-ish. I'm going to try to keep that one. Go to the right. Boom. All right. Extend this one to the right. This way. Boom. All right. Now you can kind of clearly see an ascending triangle pattern for future preferences. Now y'all see it. Now y'all see it. Because that 150 is going to be the main area that we need to break out. So let me extend it to the left that way. All right, and let me put that in red, and I'll put it thicker because that's what we're gonna need to break out. So let me put this in a big ascending triangle pattern. Boom, there you go. See that big ascending triangle pattern from these bottoms with room to fall all the way down this way. So even if I take this off, you can clearly see somewhat of an ascending triangle pattern setting up on a video that could possibly move his way on up still. See that? If you go all the way back into the past, you're still in like a long, big uptrend. All the way back down to this way. Look at this. Still got these lows down here. Still got these bottoms. Well, room still could set itself up still. So, I mean, now y'all see it. I had to go all the way back to what, May? What, 2024? Yeah, I had to go all the way back to May 2024, but you got these bottoms all the way back here. When you bounce, you still holding this trend line on up. Still in the center triangle pattern. So, I mean, you still got room to, still opportunity. I mean, you still got that center triangle pattern set up. Still right in our faces. So, let me take off this one because I want to put the main line. So, I'm going to get this one out the way. So, let me take this off. Let me take this white line off. And we're going to just keep the main one. And we just got a big ascending triangle pattern. So you got stuff here, but you holding this trend line here where you got these bottoms sitting right there. So let's see. You are in one big ascending triangle pattern on NVIDIA. So all you did was you just could not, just didn't have enough. Matter of fact, let's round this off to 150 because that's going to be the area we need to break out. So let's round it on off to 150. All right, cool. All right, we'll move it up just slightly because 150 you already know psychologically have dollar mark 150 because if you look at it from a $100 channel, you got 100, 150 up to 200. So that's going to be half dollar mark because if you notice, again, look, no candles are above this key level here. So that means that is a clear area. And this area is where the bulls do not want you to cross. So if you notice that, every time you run up, you get rejected. You run up, you get rejected. So that means the bears are holding the bulls from crossing this way. So they know if we cross this way or get that breakout, look how much space and opportunities is for these bulls on the upside. And you are still in somewhat of an ascending triangle pattern. So that could be a future setup for NVIDIA. I'm just saying. Future setup, guys. Look, I mean, look at it long ways. I mean, if you look at it from that standpoint, it could be a setup in the future. Possibility, guys. Y'all notice that? Yep, head and shoulders. Yeah, and I see that, TT Life. Definitely see that. But I'm like I said, if you look at it like future-wise, like later on down the line, if that trend line can hold, yeah, exactly. For a future setup, exactly. So if you notice, these bottoms are holding on this old trend line way back here from what? 2024? Yeah, you notice that? Bottoms are holding, bounce. Bottoms are holding, bounce. Bottoms are holding, bounce. Y'all notice that trend line holding? And you're still in somewhat of a ascending triangle pattern. And you do have that 150 resistance level that, again, if y'all notice, none of these candles are crossing above 150, right? So it's like a clear field this way. So basically, anything below 150, yeah, you're still in the bears territory because the bears are refusing to let the bulls cross above. So I think about it, guys. They're just like Tesla, right? You remember we couldn't get above 300. You remember think about Tesla. Remember Tesla was 300. We could not get above it. It was only when we broke above that ascending triangle pattern and we took that territory away from the bears is when those bulls went absolutely, excuse my language, ape shit. They went from 320, 360 and pushed up to what? The 400s. Think about it. So imagine the future setup on NVIDIA on what can happen. Definitely look at this. Look at this future setup. An ascending triangle pattern that could be setting itself up for a future squeeze off of that 150 push. And then ascending triangle pattern. You going, babe? Mwah. Mwah. Love you. Mwah. All right, babe.
Like it.
Look good. You want to finally show your face to the camera?
They see me.
Do it again. Look, just one time. So Friday. I want everybody so everybody can see the queen. So everybody can see the queen. Come on, mama. Everybody can see you. Come on, man. Come down a little bit. Say it, everybody. This is the queen, y'all.
They see me.
Yeah, this is the queen. So that's my babe. So.
Who's up? They're all up or what?
Mm-hmm. Look, Matthew said hello.
Hi.
Well, go ahead, babe. You gotta get on the road, mama. All right, love you. All right, love you too, mama. All right, babe. Be careful. She said hello to everybody, so yeah, she gotta get on the road. She gonna be back. So now y'all can see the queen. But yeah, but I'm just talking about a future reference, guys. I mean, NVIDIA could be, like I said, NVIDIA could be setting itself up. Thank you so much, engineer. Thank y'all so much for the love and support, man. Matthew, thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, guys. Like I said, for future references, like I said, future setups, NVIDIA could be setting itself up for a big ascending triangle pattern setup again once we get that 150 breakout. But again, these bottoms are holding, this trend line is holding, and that'll have to be around, yeah, it's gonna be around 126, 129, 125ish level as we do pull back down this way. I mean, you do have a lot. Again, you still have a strong uptrend channel, uptrend line. Because look how many times you held on it. Once, twice, 3 times, and you already know when it's set up for an ascending triangle pattern, it's gonna move back and forth, and as it gets into a tighter space. So you got a lot of room to, a lot of wiggle room to move around from these tops to these bottoms. So as this space is getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, 150. Boom, you're going on up to 160, 170, 180, 190, up to 200. So don't count this out. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Don't count this out for NVIDIA. So at least I'm setting this up for the future setup. Just letting you know. Future setup. Ahead of time. Future setup. For a possibility of that 150 squeeze. So at least I'm letting you guys know ahead of time. Don't count it out just yet. So, I mean, I'm going to just set it up ahead of time early for just future notes. So I'm gonna try to prepare it ahead of time, guys, for you guys. So I'm gonna design it later on this week. But we do see an ascending triangle pattern setting up on NVIDIA. We do have a strong trend line holding up. So I mean, it could be, like I said, getting into a tighter squeeze. When we're gonna hit, don't make me lie, cause question is, could we see going into 2025 on NVIDIA? Could we possibly see a repeat of what we've seen at the beginning of this year? Let me see, because the beginning of this year, where did we go? I need to go back a little bit further. Shoot, I need to go back to a 360. Let me go back 360 12. 360 12. Go back a little bit further. All right, let me go back a little further out. Here we go. So let me take a further look at this bad boy. As we are still in this ascending triangle setup. All right, so the beginning of this year, that bad boy went on that run. I remember that. We went from what, $50? Yeah, $50, ran all the way up to 90, almost to 100, pulled back, went on this U-shaped breakout, then went on this massive run on up towards 100. So right now, we're just kind of making a cup right now. So let's see. What is NVIDIA's next possible movement going into 2025? What can we see on this one now? Could we see a U-shape later on as we do, again, come back on up, retest that 150 for a possible breakout? Or could we be setting ourselves up for a big possible inverted cup and handle pattern where we could crack? We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Because I don't want to call it too early. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled to see. So the main areas that we want to see, that we need to hold, let's see. The main area that we want to hold as of now, if we do possibly set on up for a possible squeeze, 130 for sure. 130 is going to be one. So we'll definitely have to hold 130 that floor for sure. So let me see. Let me set up one for that bad boy. So 130, which will put us right here. Okay, so 130. So we definitely want to stay in this channel. We want to see more upside to come. So we want to see a U-shape back on up. We definitely want to hold that 130 floor. Use that old resistant area for a possible U-shape back on up. We can start the trend, It's crazy to figure out, try to figure out what NVIDIA could possibly do. For the next setup. That's insane. I mean, we could see a possible U-shape back on up, where we could, continue that ascending triangle pattern for that possible 150 squeeze. I mean, it's a possibility. But then if it's weak, if it's starting to come down, it can also set itself up for an inverted cup and handle pattern at the crack of 130 for the move back on down that way. So it all depends. But if 130 can hold, we definitely got room to ride that trend line and do a possible U-shaped pattern, almost something like this to this nature, where it didn't. You went up. Well, what price point was this? This was around 195. When you got rejected, came on down, pulled back, ran back on up towards the upside, giving you somewhat of a U-shaped pattern. Did a U-shaped pattern breakout and squeezed his way on up towards the upside. We could possibly be doing that. Well, you're pulling back down towards some strong areas between 130 to 125 for a move back on up. Continuously ride that trend line back on up towards the upside to retest that 150. When you could pull back down here to here and recover 130 and start to slowly move our way back on up. It's a possibility.
150 breakout.
I mean, well, yeah, because we know what a strong resistance is. We know what that breakout point where we need to break out at. That's just like before when we went on that strong breakout this year. That was around, 95 when we got rejected, and then we did a U-shaped pattern, then we wound up breaking out of that 95, and that thing just went crazy. So, could we be doing the same thing? We'll be getting rejected right now at 150, pulling back down into the 130s, down to 125s, making a U-shape right back on up towards that 150 break for that push on up towards the upside. It's a possibility. Because right now, you're definitely pulling back. You're definitely pulling back towards that 130 range. We can clearly see that. You're pulling back towards 130 to 125. I can tell you that right now. Which you are making somewhat of a dome-like pattern. Somewhat of a dome-like pattern at this moment. So I'm gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep it on watch, guys. But we're gonna see what it's gonna set up for. It's two different ways this can go. It can be set up for somewhat of a inverted cup and handle pattern, where we will lose 130 and pull back down into the 120s. Or we hold 130, start to U-shape our way back on up, or in an ascending triangle-like pattern, where we hold 130 and actually start to move our way back up towards that 150. So it's two different ways that this is about to go. It's two different ways that NVIDIA is about to go. And I can draw it out. Two different ways, guys. We can do this or this. So it's two different ways this can go. Either we make an inverted cup and handle pattern. When you bounce off of that 130, come back on up, get rejected, come back on down, create an inverted cup and handle where you crack that trend line and actually move back down this way. Or we hold that 130 level after this pullback this way, where we will bounce off of that 125, reclaim that 130, and actually start to move back that way for that possible squeeze on up towards that 150. One of these about to. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. One of the two about to happen though. But I mean, like I said, I don't want to speak too soon. We're gonna just let it. We're gonna let the market speak to us and let us, tell us what it wants to do. But the party's gonna get started around that 130 level. So again, the main focus is 130. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set an alert, maybe a little early before 130. So let me set up let me do 130.50. Yeah, so let me set up an early alert at like 130.50, something like that, to kind of get the ball rocking and rolling. So let me see. I'm gonna set up 130.50. Oops, 130.50 before we even hit 130. So I'm gonna do that on the downside, just in case. I'm gonna put below, and I'm gonna set an alert. Cause right now, where we at right now, 132.
Yeah, on watch for sure. I'm not trying to miss that bottom.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep it. That's why I'm gonna set an early alert, boss. I'm gonna set an early alert before we even hit 130, cause I want an early alert. So I'm gonna take some more areas. So, and matter of fact, let me spread that out. I'm gonna do 131.50 to 130.50. So we'll be aware of it. So we definitely keep our eyes peeled. So I'm gonna set another one up at 130.50. I'm sorry, 131.50. I apologize. So 131.50. Oops, 131.50. All right, here we go. All right, put that back up. So I got two possible alerts at these bottoms to kind of give us that to remind us. So I got two alerts as we pull back this way towards that 130 range. So I definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled to see where we go, guys. Because we already broke out above 130. Now you're just getting that rotation above 130. So you already went from resistance now to a possible support. Because that could be your bounce. I mean, a possible bounce. Because now you're going from resistance to support on that 130 level. Because now that we're above that level, could actually be a bouncing potential when you pull back to that level between 130 and 125 back on up towards the upside. Possibility. So definitely keep your eyes peeled around that 130 to 125 level, guys, as we slowly pull back this way. So keep your eyes peeled to see. Just watch that level. And what I'm going to do is this week, I'm going to try to fix this channel as much as I can so we can play off the trend lines, to try to see exactly, how to play off of NVIDIA. So I'm gonna definitely watch it. I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled on it, though, guys. I want to because I mean, still overall, you're on the overall uptrend from 2024. February and March. You're still on this huge uptrend channel on NVIDIA. You're on a huge uptrend, like almost a year, damn near a year uptrend. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled to see, because once we break that 140, 150, you got a lot of room to push up towards that 200 range. So I'm going to definitely try to do as much research as I can to see what's the next movement on NVIDIA, to see if we ain't going to miss this next big move that could happen. So I got y'all on that. I got y'all. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. So let me go back to everything else, because I know I got distracted. I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure something out, because I'm like, we're gonna figure this out, because Nvidia still got room to fall back down towards that trend line. See that? That's around 130. It's gonna be around 130 as we pull back down towards this trend line here. So I'm definitely got my eyes peeled on that. I'm definitely got my eyes peeled to see where we go. And here we go with SPY, guys, trying to get back above that 603.50 range. Look like it could be setting up a possible two-legged pullback where you pull back, go up, and then pull right back down to the next level on down. So keep that on watch. Keep that on watch to see. Google, no breakout yet. Tesla still trying to hold above that downtrend. Above the downtrend. Again, just want to see that retest of 130. Yeah, so the main thing that we want to see, boss, on Tesla, we want to get back above that 427.50, because you remember that was the level we talked about. So 427.50, get back above that key level. Basically back up above 428.50, 429.50 for that possible break of 430 again. So that's the main thing. We want to get right back above 430 in general. So 430 is that main area we want to re-break and stay above, because you want to go from the 420s down to the 430s. Because I still think Tesla has room to go up to 450. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still think Tesla got room to run up to 450. I'm just gonna be honest with that one. So let me set this back up for what was it, 427.50? No, I'm sorry, 430. Alert 430. All right, guys, got about 30 minutes. You already know today is Friday. You already know what time it is. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, guys, do feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help you guys with whatever you need help with. So I'm trying to go over everything before I bounce on out. Like I said, as far as Amazon, you got to get back above 228 for that possible push back on up to 230. As far as Nvidia, I still think you got room to fall down towards that 132 down to 130. I still think you got room to still fall back down for a possible two-legged pullback to come. That's coming. As far as Microsoft, got to hold above that 446 for that possible push back on up to 148 to 450. Tesla is still getting that push back on up. So like I told you guys, 127.50 up to 128.50 up to 129.50 up to I see one. God, these prices. 427.50, 428.50, 429.50 up to 430. And look like we all trying to get that little bounce back on up. Trying to get that little two-legged pull up. So keep that on watch. So the main price point is 430. Get above 430. Got room to run up towards 432 up to possibly 435. Because I still think Tesla's gonna hit that 450 level some sooner or later. I still think so. Because you're only $20 away from it now. Because think about it, we came all the way down from 200 to 200 something with the break of 300. Now we're in the 400. So think about it. Look at the massive run Tesla already went on, guys. I mean, that bad boy went on a massive run from the low high 200s up to 300. Now we're in the 400 range. So why wouldn't we not see 450? I still think you can see 450. I'm just gonna be honest. I still think Tesla could possibly see 450. So let's see SPY. Let's see where SPY's trying to go. Let's see where you trying to go. They recovered that 603.50 range, trying to push his way back on up to 604.50, up to that 605 level. So keep that on watch. Keep that on watch. Google maybe trying to set itself up for a possible downtrend breakout though. I mean, buyers are slowly starting to step in on that bad boy. It could possibly try to get some type of push. So we are slowly trying to build up a little uptrend towards that level. So we do got to get back above 192 though. We get back above one. Let me set. Do I have an alert set? Let me set an alert for 192 on Google. I'm gonna set up at 192. Cause that'll get us out. That'll break us out of that downtrend setup for the movement back on up towards the upside. So hold up. I gotta put my chat box back up too, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to watch everything. Trying to multitask. I apologize about that. All right, 192. All right, cool. Because if we can hear that alert go off, that means that we are trying to break out of that downtrend on Google, trying to move back up toward the upside. Microsoft 150, Nvidia. I still just want that pull back down to those low areas where those buys could be sitting at. As far as Amazon, the 128 up to 130. So let me set. We almost took the 128. 228.
Pleat 5THX says, made an 80% trade on calls with SPY just now.
Off of that 603.50 level, huh? Off of 603.50, huh? You caught that around that area, huh? Shout out to Plea. Shout out to Plea. There go Tesla, guys. Again, get that 430 break. You got room to still run up. I still think Tesla has room to run up towards that 435 level too. I still think so. Still think you got room to run up toward that 435. So I still think you got room to hit up here, and all the way up towards that 35 level. Cause I still think Tesla gonna see 450 sooner or later. I still think that it's gonna see that 450 level sooner or later. Still thinking my heart. Alright, set that up because that's gonna be one of the main ultimate areas. That's gonna be 435 on Tesla. Still think got room to run up to that bad boy. Let's see if Microsoft can get back above 450. We got room to possibly run up to 452 to 454 itself. Amazon, like I said, we got to get back above 228 to get that push back up to 230 itself to possibly move on up to 232. I'm just watching the video because I'm just seeing that the video will get that bounce. That pullback low enough to where I wanted it, close to that 130 range. Because I want to see. Apple, nah, still fading. Nothing on Apple. So Apple no go right now. Wouldn't worry about Apple just yet. Microsoft, I wouldn't worry about these two. Microsoft and Apple, I wouldn't worry about these two. Keep your eyes peeled on Tesla. Keep your eyes peeled on Meta. Nah, I wouldn't worry about Meta just yet. Because I want to see that rebreak of 625. If we get back above 625, then yeah. So I'll just set up an alert for 625. Because that let us know that we're moving back up towards the upside. So I'll set at 625. Right now, I'm not worried about it until we get back above 625.
Please 5THX says, might be good spot for puts coming up for SPY in the next hour or so.
Yeah, well, the main prices above your head at this time is going to be between 605 and 604.50, please. So that's going to be your main two resistant price points. It's going to be 605, which is going to be now strong resistance because you're back underneath 605, that $half mark. And then on top of that, you got 604.50. So that's why I'm thinking that it could be setting up for a two-legged pullback. Because you remember I drew that out earlier. I said you pull back, bounce back on up, and then set up for a possible pullback again for a two-legged pullback. So I think so. I think it's setting up for a two-legged pullback. I'm just going to be honest. Because you got that strong pullback here, then it bounce back on up towards resistance for that next pullback down this way. So, because what was the max pain? It was 600, right? So I think the max pain was 600. So I think it's going to be setting itself up for a possible two-legged pullback coming up. I think so. SPY, I got in at 604, 16, the expiration rate. Do you think should swing a good, wait, are you going, King Kong, are you going short or are you going long, boss? What are you doing? Long? Oh, no, wait, no, hold on, wait, hold on. Because, that's setting up for a two-legged pullback right now. I'll be careful with that. Because look at this bearish setup right here for a possible two-legged pullback. You could be, like I said, especially if you retest and crack that 603.50 level. Hold up. Because I know that today's max pain was 600. So we could be cracking and retesting that 603 back down this way. So be very careful right now, especially on a Friday right now, too. And don't forget, King Kong, next week. Oh, yeah, and remember, you guys, don't forget about next week. Don't forget. Because either you want to do it now, King Kong, or you want to wait. Because don't forget, guys, we got the Feds meeting coming up next week. Look at that. We got 5 days left. You remember that's going to be on the, 18th? Let me go to probability. Yeah. So the 18th, we got the FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell speaking next week. And also, you can see it on the economics chart. So next week, we've got a lot of economic data coming out, too, next week. We have the PMI Monday, of course. Retail sales, home builders, that's all Tuesday. But the main thing we're going to have is the FOMC meeting Wednesday in Jerome Powell, followed by GDP data, initial jobless claims, leading indicators, and last but not least, Friday, PCE data. So keep that in mind. So and look at that long upper shadow, King Kong. Be very careful, boss, because it may be setting up for a two-legged pullback when you bounce on up temporarily and then pull right back on down past that 603.50 down to 603 to possibly 602. So be very careful, because that bad boy is setting up for a possible two-legged pullback. So I'm just gonna be honest with you, because everything is fading. I mean, look at it, King Kong. Microsoft fading, Apple fading, Amazon, Nvidia fading. Amazon slightly fading. Meta still fading. Tesla, So I mean, but it's still showing weakness in the market. It's still showing weakness in the market. And don't forget, King Kong, remember on my SPY chart, remember? Look at this. Remember this? Look how many closes we had in the red. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So majority of the closes was pretty much bearish. So you had majority of red closeouts versus that one green candle. So it was pretty much a bearish week this week. So as far as going long, I mean, if you want to wait till we get lower, I would wait. I mean, especially if that 603 level don't hold, I would wait till you get to a lower area closer towards that. Cause let me see what actual good bounce can be. Cause let's see, boss. Cause I mean, I want to make sure you're in a good position. Cause I don't want you jumping in too early. So let's just let's see. Cause I just want to make sure you're good, man. I want to make sure you're good, boss. Cause I mean, I care about y'all, man. I care about y'all. I care about you guys, and I want to see you guys win. Because I just want to make sure everybody wins or close to winning. So let's go back on the 180 chart real quick. See right here, King Kong, see that? So you got rejected from that trend line. Now you move down to this trend line. So if you crack that trend line, you got room to fall back down to this trend line. So in order for us to fall down to this trend line, that means we're going to have to lose the 9 EMA, which we lost. We lost the 20 EMA, which we lost, with room to fall from those indicators down to this indicator, which is that 50 SMA, which is all the way down towards this trend line, which is bringing you close to what? 600. So that means that if we crack that trend line, you got room to fall back down to this trend line. So that meaning, because you have really nothing else to hold you up. You lost all your indicators, King Kong. You lost your VWAP, you lost your 9, you lost your 20, and if you lose that trend line, you have room to fall and all the way down to this trend line, from that yellow trend line to this green trend line. And you have a gap to fill from those indicators down to that indicator, that red one. So you got like a gap to fill between here to here. So that means there's more room to fall, more room to see. I mean, King Kong, now you get it, boss? Now you get what I'm saying? Because, I mean, again, you lost all your indicators. Like I said, your 9, your 20, your VWAP, and the next indicator to come up is that 50, which is lining up right around that 559 to 600. So again, if you lose that that trend line, you got room to fall back this way. So just be very careful. So the best way I can help you out right now is just, okay, if it can continuously hold 603.50, you good. 603.50, you good. As long as we hold that floor and more buyers step in, you good. It's only when you crack that 603.50 and we start to reverse back this way, it's just kind of like, you're going to kind of have to be careful with that. Because like I said, majority of today was it was a sell-off. It was very bearish. Pulling back. So that's all I'm saying. Just be very, very careful right now. Because see, and you gotta think about it. You remember with SPY moved also in 50-cent increments. So what we would need to get back above 604.50, and if we get back above 605, we need to get back above 605.50. Because right now, what did we reclaim? 603.50. Because sometimes they move in 50-cent increments. So right now, you need to get back above 604.50 because you want to create a cushion right now. Because if you got in at 604 right now, okay, 604. So you want to create a cushion now. So you want to go from 604 to 604.50. Now you have a 50-cent cushion. Now you want to go from 604.50 now to 605. Now you have a dollar cushion. So now from that entry, you just want to create cushions. You want to create cushions and away from your area, so you kind of feel a little bit more relaxed and kind of, because you don't want it to come back down to the 604. Now you start to reverse back down to 603.50, down to 603. So yeah.
Jackie Garcia says, already here, baby.
All right, good luck to you, mama. Be blessed, and I hope you have a great one, man. Hope you have a great interview, Queen. Yeah, she has an interview coming up, guys. So, and we can all wish her the best, and she has an interview. So definitely keep her in prayer and hope that she gets everything goes well, everything's positive. But King Kong, you see what I mean, boss? Look at that. See that sell it off? See that sell off? That's what I mean. You may be setting up for a possible two-legged pullback. So be very careful, man. Be very, very, very careful when you do a drop, pop, drop. So be very, very careful, boss. I mean, again, I want you to be very careful. Oh, my nose. Oh, I ain't updated none of my stuff, huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the content, man, please do your boy a favor, man. Smash the like button. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. Again, if you want to give subs, man, I thank y'all so much for gifting. Appreciate you so much for the love and on that as well. And thank y'all so much for helping me reach the payout as far as the subscription, because that goes towards the foundation, and then it goes towards my kids. So thank y'all for that, because I don't use it for myself, I use it for them, for Christmas gifts and whatever else. So but thank y'all, because y'all contribution means a lot to me. Again, it goes towards the Traedz Foundation and so forth. So thank y'all for all the contributions. And as y'all can see, the donation leaderboard, thank y'all for everything, for Nuno, Trade Life, and all of y'all, man. Got you, boss. Got you. Ooh, 6 years plus. About 6 years plus. I've been in for a while. So I start off with day trading. I started off in day trading first, and I transitioned over to option trading. But I've been doing this for quite a while, to the point I was able to quit my 9 to 5, and I've been doing this from home. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 since. Don't even make me lie. I can't even remember when I quit. But I've been working from home. But because due to the fact is, I'm putting in the work that I put in now to just trade from home, and be comfortable. Oh, streaming. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss. I'm so sorry. Not too long ago started streaming. I was one of those the type that was nervous, because I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. Man, thank you so much, boss. Yeah, when not too long ago started, and it was due to you guys, man. Y'all the ones that pushed me to start streaming, because I was one of the ones that like to be quiet, like to play behind the scenes, like give my opinions in chat, but I didn't like to be seen in front of the camera, because I don't know, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself at one point. And also I see in the building too, Queens. Thank you so much for coming through. And it was you guys that boosted me up to do it, because other than that, I didn't want to do live stream. I didn't think I had the charisma, or that likable thing where I could just keep pulling people in. I didn't think I had it. I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself, but it was you guys who pushed me to do it. Y'all gave me the confidence that I needed, so thank you guys. Thank you and love you guys for everything that y'all do. So God bless you all, and I wish you nothing but success in life, man. All of you guys. Oh yeah, and you new here, huh? Plead, I didn't show you the break room, huh? Oh, Plead the 5th is new, and Gennaro. Oh, well, I do have y'all guys before I get on out of here. Let me show y'all. Oh, let me show y'all the room. Hold up. Yeah, thank you so much, boss. Let me show you the room. Let me show you the break room. Tell me what y'all think, and all the viewers that's on Twitch. Tell me what y'all think, guys. Let me take y'all to the break room in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I got the set up here for lunchtime. We can chill out for a little bit. I got a little bit of champagne. This way. I got a little bit of champagne. We want to play some b-ball. I got that. So I got, got some arcade. Well, the reason why I went for a smaller tree, I didn't want to block everything behind it. All the content. That was the reason why I went with a smaller tree. But I got it lit up. Come on, you gotta give me credit for lighting the tree up. I got the little lights blinking on it. I got the little train smoking. So hey. I'm doing the best I can, boss. I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, I just designed it. Yeah, I drew everything. Yeah, I drew everything up, and like I said, I used to be a graphics designer, so I know how to, with the arcades, how to make the arcades move, and the train and above me move. And the reason why I went with a train, because that's one of my childhood things growing up. I love trains. Oh, right, no, they got sound to it too. Hold on, wait, guys, they got sound to it too. Hold on, let me see if I can get the arcades to play. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Arcades. Let me see which one this is. Let me see. Let me turn it back on. Let me see. Hold up, guys. Let me turn it on. Hold up. That's X-Men. I know I got Mortal Kombat somewhere in here.
Round 1,
yeah,
fight.
Kombat, yeah.
Well done.
That. My shot clock work. Let me go to her and go to the shot clock before it hits. Let me see. Shot clock. Let me see. Shot clock works. So everything works. Everything works on it. No, well, Fridays, boss, I do half a day. Oh, matter of fact, let me give you some love before you head on out. You already know, for all my gifted subbers. Man, please, thanks so much, boss. Thank you so much, man. Let me give please, whenever y'all do gift subs and things of that nature, subscribe. I give y'all love like this, like personal shout outs. So Matthew, he's one of them. So before he leave on out, I gotta give some love to them. So this is what I post to give my love to everybody and my appreciation. This is what I do. So Dirk, shout out to you. Matthew, shout out to you. Shout out to you, boss. And Nadia, thank you so much for the super thanks in chat. So I got this personal thing set up for people that they give super thanks, super chats, and subs on Twitch and YouTube. That's enough. I don't want to kill everybody with all that. But yeah, so we got all of that. But yeah, guys, got about 10 minutes. I might soon be rolling on out of here, man. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, oh, man, thank you so much. Oh, and Matthew know about this. Plead the fifth. I got one more room to show you. So before I start my stream or before we go on my charts, this is another area where we go. I'm gonna show you this last one too. So let's go to the conference room. So let's head to this one real quick, boss. Let me see. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Hold up. Yeah, so this is the conference room, boss, that we go over setups. Like we'll talk about the earnings. We'll go over SPY recaps. Also go over economics, and last but not least, I always talk about people with the views. You know, I'm trying to get towards the Twitch partnership program. You know, so I break all of that down. But other than that, man, we go over, like I said, we go over economic calendars. We go over earnings, and we primarily go over SPYs recaps, stuff like that. So that's what we do. But let's go ahead and head back into the break room so I can wish everybody a farewell and a blessed weekend, and we good to go, man.
This is cool shit, bro. I just subscribed on YouTube.
Man, appreciate you, boss. Oh, well, let me bring it to the headquarters. Let me go to the headquarters. Because since you knew and everything, I want to show everybody everything. So let's go ahead to the headquarters. I think I got everything set up.
Matthew says, you do best. See you later.
Matthew, you have a blessed week. You have a blessed weekend, boss, and I will be seeing you. If you want to come in Sunday, I will be doing Traedz Talk Sunday. It's free. Y'all come in on Traedz Talk, and if not, ooh, shout out to the gifted sub.
Hustle and Flow 666
Hustle, appreciate you, boss.
Just gifted 1 subs.
Man, to Gennaro, man, you got to get the sub. Shout out to, man, Hustle, I'm going to put your name on the thing, man. I got you, boss. I got you, man. I'm going to put your name up on the thing. Shout out to Hustle and Flow, man, for that love he just showed to Gennaro. That's some love right there. Gift the sub, man. Appreciate you, boss. Let me give him some love right here. Where my sound? Where my love thing at? Do I have it set up on this one? Oh, hold up. Let me go to the headquarters real quick. Let's head to the headquarters real quick. I think I got everything set up. Let's go. So this is the headquarters. So what? Nah, but that's still man. But no, but thank you still so much, Hustle, man. No, you know generous, Greg, but you're still generous. So thank you so much for that, because you didn't have to do that. So thank you so much for giving that love, man. So I will between like I said, Sunday and Monday, boss, Hustle and Flow, I'm gonna have your name on the on that little list that I put up. So I will have your name set up on this. So I got you. So I'm gonna design one and I'm gonna have your name on it. So appreciate you so much, boss. So I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. Hustle, your name wouldn't be on there. I got you, boss. I got you. So I'm gonna have all that set up. But yeah, please, this is the headquarters. So I got a headquarters set up. So this is what we're coming in the morning as well. So I got all of this set up. So while we're in the headquarters, man, I'm gonna give everybody their love, man, and give everybody their shout outs, and we're gonna soon be heading on out for the weekend. So if y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, man, do feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, if y'all need to follow me on any social media, let me go ahead and
I plead 5th subscribed to YouTube.
Why my thing ain't pop up? Hold up, let me see. Let me go back to it so I can see it. Where's the break room?
Plead 5THX says, good shit, man. Hopefully I can catch ya after the weekend.
Man, no problem, boss. I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere. But like I said, I think everything is posted as far as donations and everything else. My links. Let me hurry and do that before I even roll on out. If y'all need to follow me on any social media, I'm gonna post up the links real quick on YouTube and Twitch. If y'all need me, I got it right here. Let me turn up the volume. I mean, what you call it though? I don't need to repeat what I'm saying. Why is it showing like that? That's weird. Let me see. Close that. And also, let me put some, and also for the donations and tips, guys. And like I said, the contribution goes towards the Traedz Foundation, you know, towards Christmas gifts for kids and, you know, like for the homeless shelters and things like that. So we still doing that. Turn all this off. Close that, my bad. All right, cool. I got everything set back up. All right, so that'll go for you all, you guys. All right, guys, yeah, so let me go ahead and give some love, man, to everybody who did show up here. Let me give some love to Plead the Fifth, man. Boss, thank you so much for joining me. Hustle and Flow, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I will be having your name posted. I got you, boss. I'm about to be designing that as soon as I get off. Who else? Matthew, thank you so much for coming through, too, as well. Who else we had in the building? Gennaro, boss, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for the love and support as well. I think Matthew, I gave you some love already. G-Range. Thank you so much for coming through too, and congratulations on your profits. Last but not least, man, you already know I gotta show love to my team, man. My crew. You already know what time it is, man. The Tradecaster crew. Let me give some love to them. Let me scroll back all the way on up. Make sure I get everybody's name. Today. And I thought about that. Today's the 13th, Friday the 13th. I'm about to watch some Jason movies. You know what time it is. About to get my popcorn ready, my food ready. I'm about to Netflix and chill on some Jason. Hey, before I get on out, how many knew, and don't even lie, from July through November spelled Jason? How many knew that? Don't even lie. How many knew that? July, August, September, October, November spells what? Jason. How many knew that? How many knew that before I said it? That from the month of July all the way to November spelled Jason. If you take just the initials, the first letters, spell Jason. But let me scroll. Let me make sure I got everybody. All right, cool. All right, let me give some love to y'all. Already know what time it is. Jenna, thank you so much for joining me. TT Life, Thunder, Lowbar, Creamer. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Let me see who else came in the building. Let me see who else. Loliando, After Trader, boss. Thank you so much for coming through too. And I will be and I gotta put the links up because I gotta refer everybody to y'all channels and stuff. I do apologize about it. I will be doing that. Let me see. Engineer, shout out to you too, Queen, and thank you so much. You're doing an excellent job as far as mod. Nuno, I gotta get you. Mod you. I got you too, boss. TT Life, thank you so much. AK-47, my brother from another mother. Deck, the myth, the man, the legend. You already know what time it is. My guy there. Thank you so much for everything. Also, you beautiful queen. You also doing an amazing job as far as modding. Thank you so much. King Kong Traedz. Just make sure that, again, just watch that 60350 level, boss. Keep that on watch because I think we may have some more pullback to come. Just be very careful. Who else we had? Who else? Seismic Boss. Thank you so much for everything too, man. You are killing it too. Thank you for everything. What he said? Drop next week. I'm sorry for just not reading. I'm so sorry. Huge 600 level there. There would be a major crack in my and that's what I'm aiming for too. 600. Seismic. I'm aiming for that too, boss. 600. So the main thing that we need to crack and stay underneath is that 60350, right? The 60350, because if you go back all the way back, you can see even on your 15-minute time frame, go back maybe a week or 2 weeks out, or maybe a little bit further than that. Because what I normally have my set on 20 days, 20 days, 30 days. So I got my set on a 30-15. If you go all the way back, let me see where we had those like where those major bounces came in around 60350. Let me go back a little bit further. Let me see if I can try to find it real quick, boss. That was in excuse me. Let me see where those bounces are, where that occurred at. Those pullbacks. That was around where they moved in at. That was around the 3rd and around the 11th. You can kind of see look around that 603.50 level where those buyers stepped in and kind of utilized that for a demand zone. Look around 603.50. So the main thing that we need to crack is 603.50 because we need to take that level away from them and start to pull back down to 603, 602.50 down to 602 and so forth. So we need to take that area away from them so we can, instead of rotating above 603.50, we need to see the rotation underneath 603.50. So watch that floor around that area between 603.50 to 603 for sure. So definitely watch that area, boss. So we can lose that key area. We definitely got room because the max pain today was 600. So keep that on watch. But I think the way that the 15-minute time frame is setting up, it still looks like setting up for a two-legged pullback, like a bear flag setup. So we may be still seeing some pullback coming. I think so. I think we still have some pullback to come. once we crack that 603.50. So I'm definitely keep it on watch. But thank you for the insight, though, Seismic. Thank you so much, though, boss. Appreciate you. Guys, I will be back in for Traedz Talk. That'll be and I will be back in for Traedz Talk. That will be dated for the 15th. The 15th, that'll be Sunday from that will be dated at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. So I will be in those times on Traedz Talk Sunday to go over the basic breakdowns and the pre-commentary. That's how we're going to set ourselves up for next week. And we already know next week, guys, we got a lot of data coming out. And do not forget, we got the FOMC meeting and Jerome Powell speaking on the 18th. That is Wednesday. With that, we also have GDP data. We also have the initial jobless claims. And we also have PCE data. So don't forget about that. So we have a lot of data coming out next week, and I will remind you guys, I will update everything today going out, as we do roll out into this weekend. So I will have everything updated for you. So no problem at all. I got you guys. So other than that, job well done. Let me give a shout out to the team, man. Let me give y'all some love, man, because y'all killing it. Shout out to everybody on all platforms, Twitch. You guys are doing an amazing job, man. All of you guys, I could be more proud of this team, man. I thank you so much for everything that you guys been doing for me and for the trade and for the Team Traedz community. You guys are amazing. I wish you guys nothing but the best, many more blessings to come. And you guys already know, man, do not put greed over grateful. You make a profit, take the profit. Wait for the next setup to come. Other than that, guys, man, I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Seismic, don't do that, man. Don't do that. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Some I will see Sunday, the rest I will see Monday. So enjoy your profits. Go spend time with your family, and you already know I'm gonna go ahead and put in the work. I got you guys. I'm gonna do my research and everything as far as the economic calendars and all that. I got you guys. I got you. You know this. So Patreon members, you already know I'm gonna have everything updated as usual, like I normally do, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling from there. So you already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. He said, "Thank you, sir. See you next week, you too, boss." But you already know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Hope everybody have a blessed week. I will see some of you Sunday and the rest of y'all Monday. Y'all stay blessed. Love you all. And we're going to keep making that green. You know what it is. Peace.